Yes, guys, yes, people, welcome back to the Don Robbie channel. Welcome back to another watch along for you guys today. As always, we come through the best panel for you guys as well. So big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button on your way to the stream and let us know your thoughts going into the England versus Albania game. But we're going to be discussing all things related to the game. And we're probably also going to be talking about club football for a little bit as well. So guys, if you have any questions you want to ask the panel, drop it down in the comment section below. And as always, like and subscribe. We're going to be talking about all things leading into the England versus Albania game where, granted, we should be getting a result in this game, but we do know how England usually play and we do know Southgate tax is a thing as well. So we are going to delve into it. We should be getting a result in this game anyway, but we will get into it. First off, let's speak to the panel. First off, on my right, Saeed. My guy, what are you saying, bro? You all good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying? It's good to be again on Don Robbie's channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bit outnumbered in here, you know what I mean? There's a lot of Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans, but listen, you know what I mean? I'll tackle it on my own, but yeah, good to be here, man. Good to be
Just
here.
happy to watch a football game that don't have United England, in it, right?
England, man. You know what I mean? I got United stressing me out, so England is gonna soothe me down and just, you know, watch football, not stress. So yeah, man. Let's see what happens.
And also to my left, first off, Lee Judges. What are you saying, bro? You all good?
Yeah. When I said a Chelsea fan was presenting today, I got myself down here sharpish. Say no more.
Who are you trying to say? Who was you expecting?
Well, I wasn't expecting Lewis. That's all I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? So, but always nice to see.
It's always
listen, now we want you, man. Come on.
No,
Lewis, Sophie, though, but.
Lewis, of course people want you. Of course people want you.
That's cool.
It's just that, you know...
Chelsea tax.
No, I'm not even going to say that. No, it's just that you can't really compete with Sophie, can you? That's all, and that's what it is.
The game is the game.
Yeah.
I understand it.
You know, so, you know, but no, Lewis, like I said, Lewis,
it's
you're
bad
cool.
enough having a Chelsea fan on when they're top of the league.
When we're what?
When you're top of the league.
Oh, okay, cool.
And, you know, I could tolerate it if it was Sophie, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I'm saying no more than that. Sorry, Lewis. Carry on.
But also,
Lewis,
but not least, my guy, Ty, what are you saying, bro? You all good?
Yes, fine, thank you very much.
The hoodie's smart, man. I like the hoodie, man.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
Yeah,
boy, listen, I don't even know who this is.
Who's that?
I don't know who this random geezer is on.
Listen, it's the Don.
Don't worry.
I don't know what his picture is. So he's told me to wear this, so you know. I don't know who this geezer
originally is, though.
So you do as you're told, don't you? If he said jump off a cliff, you do it.
Well, I've been told to wear
Stuttering
it,
as well, so you might.
Yeah, you might.
Of course not. No. Yeah, it's the Don, isn't it? It's the Don. I always said to him, bring merchandise.
Good money for that?
Well, I can't confirm or deny. But what I will say is, I said to him, give me some merchandise and I can wear it. I can promote the thing.
All right.
So,
well, smart anyway, so.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much for allowing me to come on to the Don Robbie channel, and let's hopefully have a good stream. Welcome, Lewis. Is this your first?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, first time
So
in
it's
the
the first
hostel,
time,
man. Looking forward to it. Big up everyone involved as well. And
So
also,
easy on him.
if you guys do want to see this hoodie, link is down in the description below as well, so check it out. But let's go into the lineup before we go any further. And we'll start off in goal. As always, Jordan Pickford starts in goal, but there's already been hella complaints going into the game after looking at the starting 11. We've got 5 defenders and 2 DMs yet again. Kyle Walker, John Stones, Harry Maguire at the back, Ben Chilwell and Reece James in the wing-back positions, Calvin Harris and Jordan Henderson in midfield.
Who?
Calvin
Harris is the DJ.
days, sorry,
DJ.
man, allow me. Calvin Phillips and Jordan Henderson, they're going to roast me for that in the comments section.
Calvin Harris. I love
And
it.
Harry Kane
Harris.
captaining Raheem Sterling
I
and
think
Phil Foden in the front three. Now,
Sweet
it's not really the most inspiring of lineups, but Saeed, I'm going to go to you first. What's your thoughts after seeing the starting
I know
11?
the master of 5 at the back because I've been watching it week in, week out. You know, I mean, especially the Manchester derby. So I thought I was going to get a rest from 5 at the back. So why am I seeing 5 at the back against Albania?
They're trying to copy a certain manager, I
Are
think.
you sure?
Well, I said it's Ole Gunnar Southgate, and he literally is carbon.
Ole Gunnar Southgate.
Well, he is, isn't it? You like that, don't you? It is literally Ole Gunnar Southgate. 5 at the back against Albania. Well, I mean, what are you defending? You're at home.
You know, we've seen it before, though, so we're not even that surprised.
You're not surprised, but come on, man. You know what I mean? I just hope it's not a kind of a negative one where at least we might see the fullbacks bomb on. You know, Chilwell's on form. Your guy Reece James is on form. You know what I mean? So it's a decent lineup. Sterling, is it Sterling, Foden?
Sterling, Foden, and Harry Kane.
Harry Kane, man, how he gets in the lineup, for me, it's a joke, mate. He should be dropped. Let's be real. If we're having this conversation here, he shouldn't be dropped. But again, who's on the bench to replace him up front? You know what I mean?
Right now, it's just Tammy Abraham up front. His form ain't even been good for Roma.
But there you go then. So we're looking in this our form right now, and it's not the best in terms of up front. Sterling hardly plays for City. Foden plays. Phillips and Henderson, they're not much adventurous, so it is what it is. We just got to hope that Albania are bad. That's all we can hope for. But
kind of, but like Albania is sitting in third place as well. They're going to be looking to try and get their spot in one of the top 2 positions as well. So I do think that this is going to be a competitive match. I'm just not sure what to expect from England. And Lee, I'll come to you with this as well. Are you expecting an inspiring performance, or do you think this is going to be one of those games where we see limited chances and it's more of a struggle like the Hungary match?
Nah, come on. We're playing Albania, you know. When we go to San Marino on Monday, we'll probably play 6 at the back, wouldn't we? Like, you know, because we're away. You shouldn't have this. I'll be honest, the 2 midfield players. I watched Phillips a couple of weeks ago when he was playing for Leeds against Arsenal in the Cup. Well short of match fitness, really well short. Hasn't hardly played really, like, you know what I mean. So why don't Jude Bellingham give him a game? You know what these guys can do in a game like this. Whatever team they play today, they beat Albania. Yeah. Give them a go. You know, Foden definitely should be playing.
Yeah.
Has been really, really good.
Look at that. You see that then? He's expected to sign a contract till 2024, Gareth Southgate.
Well,
no way.
No, honestly, just said it there. Did anyone see that then?
No. 2024, you know.
2024, so that means he'll be there for the next year.
Let's be honest. Just be really honest. Just sitting out as a fan. If Man United got rid of Solskjaer tomorrow and they said Gareth Southgate was going to be there, you wouldn't be happy, would you? Same if you was at Chelsea, same with Arsenal. I know, you know what I mean? I think he's very fortunate to be in the job as he is. And you have your say in a minute, like, you know what I mean? So,
Oh, sorry.
it's like...
sorry, no, it's all right.
It's not having it.
Like, Grealish just keeping...
if I change my name to Abby, I'm sorry, but to speak there.
Grealish just keeping...
This is going to be lit tonight.
Grealish is keeping Sterling out of the team, like, you know. And Grealish is not playing again. I worry about it because Grealish is a top player. Do you remember in the last time they played, Grealish was our best player, he took him off.
He's sitting on the bench again for this one too.
Yeah, so very, very strange, very strange.
Yeah, massively strange. But Ty, we'll come to you as well because you did want to speak about it. Let's talk about the lineup and also talk to me about your thoughts on Gareth Southgate as well, because you seem a lot more optimistic about his time
The thing
as
is,
manager.
I like him. I think he's done really well. I think he's really improved. I think he's
He
really...
supports Nigeria, can I just say that? Like, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, I support Nigeria, but I want England to do what they've got. Bukayo and they've got Emil now. So, but what it is that with Southgate, I think he's a good manager. I think also has what he's done off the pitch, has a man and as a role model has been absolutely magnificent, because the way he speaks, the way he leads the team, it's amazing. So it's more than he's transcended more than just football.
But he can't win.
He has done well on that. I'll give you that.
But the problem is though, can he win though? That's a problem though. Can he take this England team to win at major trophies? And you know, that's the bottom line. We could say he's a nice guy, you know what I mean? Everyone's a nice guy, you know what I mean? But it's about having the bottle and the bravery to make decisions. You know, tonight Lee talks about Jude Bellingham on the form of his life, you know, for Dortmund, and he can't get in the team. Calvin Phillips, I like Calvin Phillips, but I think he's been poor this season. You know what I mean? I've been watching Leeds games and he's not been the player he was last season.
The only one that's been poor this season that's still getting game time. Like we already said about Harry Kane, he's been poor. Raheem Sterling, he's not really set the world on fire. He's got another start in this game too.
So, I don't understand
Mason
it.
Mount is another one.
Mason Mount starting.
So
Johnny, I see you in the comment section. Don't get too offended by that, bro.
Well, the thing is, Saeed, you said that everyone's a nice guy. Not everyone's a nice guy. Mourinho wasn't a nice guy.
Oh, come
Alex
on, man.
Ferguson wasn't a nice guy. Sam Allardyce wasn't a nice guy. Phil Brown wasn't a nice guy.
Why are you talking about these
Let's not
guys?
disrespect Mourinho, man.
Was he a nice guy? Was Mourinho a nice guy?
Was a really nice
He was a nice guy, man. Just because he used to, you know, destroy your dreams.
What else did you expect from me?
Is it because he used to kind of like beat your team every time and he just kind of make your team misery? Arsenal.
Oh, Mourinho or
For so many
Ferguson?
years. Is that why you don't like him?
Mourinho, are you talking about Mourinho or Ferguson?
Mourinho. And
Well-
Ferguson. Well, if you want to add Ferguson, yeah.
Well, not really. It's because he wasn't a nice guy. And Ferguson, and we don't even have to go into Ferguson, because Ferguson got his fair share of beatings from us, culminating with us winning
Do
the
you
league
think
at Old Trafford. So
I don't know if. Do you have to be a nice guy to be a man? I don't think you do.
Yeah.
you don't know. You don't have to be.
I've really liked.
Nice
That's
guys
what I was
finished
saying, yeah.
last. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
no,
saying.
but I've really liked Jurgen Klopp. I
Well,
think
but
he's
I
a
see-
really nice manager and all that. But I see a different side of him against West Ham, complaining about
Which was-
free kicks that weren't
Yeah,
and things like
well,
that.
yeah.
So it's all right when they're winning, but when they lose, they've got to have that little spike
Yeah, but-
inside. And I think that we've all, Arsene Wenger had that. little
Exactly, and he
spike
was a
inside.
nice guy, but he had a ruthless streak, didn't he?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. You've got to have that ruthless streak. And I put Gareth Southgate in the mould of Martinez at the Belgium.
Oh,
Belgium,
Roberto
you know,
Martinez.
had some really good. Hasn't got them over the line, you know what I mean,
No.
with all those players. And I think that Gareth Southgate is the same. Is the same. ilk.
Nearly, man, isn't it?
But don't you think Southgate is unlucky though? In the fact that England should really have scored a second and would have beaten Italy if they scored a second.
Should have, would have, could have. You know what I mean?
That's the way it is, man.
That's
you
the
can't
way it
really
is.
do ifs and buts. But guys, there is also a poll in the comment section below if you guys want to drop it in. We're asking which formation is best for the current England squad out of a 4-4-2, a 5-3-2 and a 4-3-3. So check it out. Also seen a few of you guys' super chats, so let me get to that quickly. We ain't ignoring you guys, just going through the discussion. Who's the first one? Big up Fatta, my G. Big up yourself, saying AC Patrol Officer hosted the show. Just hope the Chelsea boys don't get injuries in this game. That's literally all I'm worried about when it comes to international football. Other than that, I don't care too
It's
much.
mad in it
Us
though.
as
You
well.
got to.
Trust me, man. Like, we've had about 3 injuries coming out of our last one, I think. Big up Ryan as
Oh,
well, my
really?
guy from Shameless FC, saying big up the panel, including my bro Lewis. Big up
Big
yourself.
up, big up.
Reese
Thank you very
says,
much.
hi Ty, I really like
Alright.
your Teletubby outfit.
Wow.
Teletubby. Well, the funny thing is, you know what's funny is that you know what Teletubbies are because you're watching it now, aren't you? So go back to it. Goodbye.
I get what they're trying to mean, the little thing. the
Yeah,
bottom,
they're all just sitting there trying to troll. Speaking of trolling,
Yeah.
Ryan again saying Matip is clear of Christensen. Let me not say too much. I'm in the big
Well,
seat. I
Joe
can't swear
Matip.
this time. Ryan also says, nah, Saeed, come on, bro. You can't drop Kane. He's too good.
What? What do you mean too good?
He's not at the moment. He's not at the
Ryan,
moment.
stop it, bro. Please. Let's
That's
not
probably
do this.
that's
Come
probably
on,
a Tottenham fan.
No. He's a Liverpool fan.
I think he's
got a big
fortunate.
Kane.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he loves
Same
Kane.
with Maguire.
I think-
I'm not being biased, am I?
I think with Harry Kane, he's fortunate because
He is fortunate.
Calvin Lewin's injured. There ain't really no one else. I would turn around and you were saying earlier on that Sammy's not really scoring enough goals to put the pressure on him. Where I think in the central defensive area, that there is. You know what I mean? Like, Mings got, by the way, got dropped for Aston Villa the other week, and he's in the England squad. How can you get dropped for your club and be in international football?
Yeah.
I find that strange.
But you say that though. To be fair to him, in European Championships, wasn't he playing well and and he got dropped for Harry Maguire to come in, and he did nothing wrong.
Who's that, sorry?
Yeah, that's true.
James, yeah,
It's
true.
true.
That is true.
You
That
know,
is
so
Blimey, yeah, he had the first couple of games, didn't he?
yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
So you know,
Fatta again says no mount means no minerals. I'll be real, like, it is what it is. I'd
no
rather get
minerals. What's
rested.
minerals? What are we talking about? Water or what are we talking about?
This is an inside joke. We got a guy in the comment section
Oh.
says everyone's got the minerals. Big up Johnny as well. Let's talk about the subs bench. Let's also talk about one of you guys' favourite players, Emil Smith
Yes.
Rowe, who
Emil.
has been in amazing form for you guys over the last month. I think
He
he's
has,
got 3
fortunately.
goals in his last 3 games.
Yeah.
if
He
I'm
has,
correct.
Good
and
player,
a couple
man.
of assists as well.
Would you guys think he was more deserving of a place in the squad as opposed to some of the players in the attacking 3 that got given a run out for this match?
Absolutely, possibly, but it's just the way it is, isn't it? The fact that he's there at all, he's done really, really well. We're really proud and impressed and happy for him.
Is it just him or is it Arsenal in general, to be honest? Because I remember me and Robbie having this chat at the start of the season that we were saying you guys having a lack of European football will come to help
Yeah, it's
you
gonna
guys
help
at
us.
this point of
Well-
the season, and it's doing it. You guys are unbeaten in your last 7 league games.
Well, it helped you lot when you won the league, isn't it?
Exactly, so
You
I
know.
thought it'd be the same
I
thing
think-
for you guys.
I do
We hope
think
so,
there's a
hope
big
so.
thing in that. I do think there's a big thing in that because,
We don't have the rigours.
travelling and everything like that, I think I know like, you could say like the same with West Ham, but Liverpool looked a bit jaded after what they've done the other day, like
Yeah.
playing week in, week out.
Yeah.
Man United,
It takes its toll.
Man United, it takes its toll. And it also takes its toll that they're not cheap games, are they?
Yeah, of course.
Champions League is like every game's really, really tough.
Very difficult, yeah.
So you can't rotate as much. And we've just like, been able to rest, train and do everything there. And I think that you can see that Arsenal have been coached over the last few. You can see there's been improvement in the way that they're playing. Because probably we've got more time on the training pitch, you know.
Yeah.
And Smith Rowe's benefited from it. He really has, you know. What he's done better than over the last course of this last sort of month and before is he's added goals to his game.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was something that he needed to do. And Arsenal needed to do it from midfield as well, because we've got no one scoring goals from midfield. But he's come along and scored a few now, and he's looking. I think he deserves to be in the squad. I'm not sure about the team because of what's the process that's gone before. You know, you got to get past Foden, Sterling. You know,
but we don't have a number 10 though. England don't really have a number 10.
Yeah, so it could be a little role there for him. But I don't know how you guys feel. I honestly think that Gareth Southgate is not too smitten on Grealish.
Jack Grealish, I knew he was going to say that.
Yeah, we can tell. We can.
So there could be an opportunity to, you know, I'm not saying that he's a better player than Grealish, but I think that Gareth Southgate likes. I don't know, like, I think he's a bit of a maverick, and I don't think he likes that. I think he likes someone that works really hard and all that.
Yeah.
And with Smith Rowe, he does put a shift in as well as all the
talent,
in talent as well. Like,
but one of those managers that prefers work rate over more technical ability.
Well, you can see that with a team selection. He's a bit cautious, isn't he? Like, you know, I prefer to see a skillful player, if I'll be honest. But
I like Smith Rowe, man. I like him. He's a good player. I think he's different. I think now the number 10s are, you know what I mean, when you look at the English talent now in the England squad, Mason Mount, would you put him as a classic number 10? I'd probably say he's more of an 8, you know what I mean?
We can play him there, but he's 8, he's much more comfortable
8.
there.
So England, I know everyone's talking about Jack Grealish, but again, if you can be a favourite for Southgate, similar with our manager, you'll get in. And if you can work hard, like Lee says, work hard, you're there in training, you know what I mean, you're busting a gut, you're getting back, you're tracking back, he could potentially be in the running for the 2022 World Cup, because he's now got this time, 1 year, to focus on his Arsenal form. And then, you know, if it's up, I think this squad is up for grabs who comes in. And it wouldn't surprise you if it would be Smith Rowe in the World Cup playing as a 10. It wouldn't surprise you.
Well, that'd be amazing for him.
Because you still have to take that little bit of form. I know, like, at the moment, there's 5 or 6 players I don't think, on current form, probably don't deserve to be there.
Yeah.
But because of what they've done in the past, you sort of say, I'll get it. But there's going to be a time when that goes, and you've got to start performing again for your club, because otherwise, as you say, other players are going to make their move. Smith Rowe being one of them. I think you know, Pickford now has got
little light show.
Tremendous competition for his place now over the next sort of 2 years.
It's at the Chelsea Stadium, isn't it?
Chelsea Stadium?
Yeah, you do this.
Oh yeah, some night games. It's been minutes since I've seen it, to be fair.
I should leave the lights off.
Ryan again says, watch Kane start firing under Conte, madness. I do think there's more of a chance of that, because he just looked like he's had his head out of place over the last few months, and going from Jose to Nuno and not leaving Spurs when you had your heart set on Man City. I'm not surprised by that, but if we are going to talk about Tottenham for a little bit, sorry guys, but what do you expect Conte to achieve while as manager of Tottenham Hotspur? Because I did think Jose Mourinho would have been the one to finally break the duck for Tottenham Hotspur and get him to a trophy.
Well, he could have, and he got sacked.
Yeah, he got sacked a week before a cup final.
I think, listen, I have to say, it couldn't happen to a nicer person. So I think that's just amazing. It's amazing. That's how much they wanted to get rid of him. And if I'm honest, they probably would have had a better chance of winning than they would have had without no disrespect to Ryan Mason. So it's a very strange one. It's a very, very strange one.
Well, you know a little bit more about Conte than us. So what's your thoughts on him getting Conte?
I'm a little bit worried, I can't lie, because I know what Antonio Conte is like. I know how much he demands out of his players. It all depends on if the Spurs players receive him well. I think if the Tottenham players receive him well and they actually listen to what he says and they take everything in, Conte is a sort of manager that can get the best out of average players, and he can bring them to levels
with
that
this average players, with these guys, man, these are poor, man.
I know, but like,
you know what I mean?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Juve finished like 7th or 5th before he joined them, and he took them straight to a league title. Ours, it was 10th to 1st. He broke Juventus's like winning streak with Inter Milan as well. I think
this Tottenham team is very poor, though. You know, they've got in the midfield. What's that guy? Winks. And,
I know, but like
You know what I mean?
The
They're not
difference is
inspiring,
the
are they?
standards are in the mud. Like with
Yeah.
those clubs, it's win the league and that's the success.
Yeah, yeah.
Tottenham,
Yeah.
you win the Conference League, they'll probably celebrate it.
Yeah.
So that's all he really needs to do.
You know
for
what?
being
Yeah,
honest.
it's an unpopular opinion, yeah, but I think for me, it will be one of them situations where if it doesn't work out for him, mate, I'm telling you now, it wouldn't survive if he went in the summer. And he just looked at him and thought, "You're not giving the money. There's a lot of shit there. You know what I mean? Let's be honest with you." And if he can't, it all depends on Tottenham. If they give him the money, then I think he'll do wonders because you know his track record's right. But if they don't give him the money, I'm sorry, man, he can't scrape a barrel out of these lot, man. They're not good enough, mate.
I get what you're saying, but it's like, in terms of giving him the money, financially, in terms of transfer window, I agree, but if you're giving him 415k a week, like, that's going to keep him there for a minute.
Yeah,
Well-
what does that tell you about the Spurs players, though? If they now start working hard for the manager now, when they didn't for the manager
Yeah,
before.
true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? To me, that just tells you, like, you know, tells you all you need to know. If
Yeah.
they can't be trusted, and that's not a dig because they're it's Tottenham. I would think I think that with Arsenal as well when
Yes.
we had Lundberg
and Nuno.
and you know we a few of those players down tools, didn't they?
Well, that's what it looked like, which is a real
Become
shame.
a regular feature at certain clubs. Chelsea, we've had our back and forths with that before, and questions about the mentality. of the squad.
Even going back to Andre Villas-Boas.
Probably going further back than that as well, to be honest. I think I remember a little piece around the 7-8 season about it too. We've had years and years of problems with that, but we look like we're on the better side of it now. Tottenham, we've seen Jose's questioned it before as well, and it's happened now in this case as well with Nuno. Arsenal, you guys have said the same thing as well. I think it's just becoming a normal feature of modern football, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Brian
it's
again
disappointing.
says opinions on Graham Potter, quality manager. You're never going to drop this Potter.
I
gem.
like him.
Opinions on him. He's no Harry Potter. That's my opinion on it.
Fair enough, innit?
But
No, I think he's all right, but
I think he's done fantastically well.
I think he's done fantastic, but I think.
Potter.
Graham Potter, yeah, good manager.
But I'm not impressed. I'm not
Brighton, he's
impressed.
making
Impressed with what, though? I don't
a
understand
different-
what you're not impressed with.
I'm not impressed with the fact that when that cheat Neil Maupay and Matteo Guendouzi, and Matteo
That's again,
had a
why
coming
you-
together.
why is that got to do with the
He
manager?
did not
What's it got to do
criticise.
with the
He
manager?
did not criticise
You're not talking about a
Maupay.
manager.
He did not criticise
Some
Maupay.
grudges go, please.
Exactly, man. That Neil
Well,
Maupay's finished.
let what?
Some grudges go.
Listen, I'll be happy
What has
to
that
let
got
it
to
go.
do with him being
When
a
he
good manager or not?
apologises and gets on his
Apologise
knees,
to who, though?
I said I would
To you?
to no, not to me,
want him to bend
to
the
our
knee?
players.
No,
I
nobody
say
else
I
has a
was
grudge.
wrong. I
Everyone's
was
past.
I've got to be careful what I say. I was very wrong to injure Burn, and I was even more wrong to talk about
man,
how
you
the
can't
players
keep
are
doing this,
arrogant.
man.
No, I can.
Things in the past.
No,
We're talking about
but yeah,
Graham Potter as a manager.
Yeah, but I know. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, as a manager now, I cannot respect you when one of your players are out of line and you
Fouls that
don't
he
even
plays
say
did.
anything. Remember, Mikel's got a lot of
Who got the red card in the end, though? Was it Guendouzi?
criticising. No one got red. No one got red carded.
No one got a red card, okay.
Mikel has had a lot of criticism, but yet he tackled Matteo. Now, why did Graham Potter not tackle Maupay and nobody said anything? Can you imagine if Matteo had done that and nothing happened? Mikel would have been criticised. No, it's true though.
Judges is thinking, what are you on about me? You know?
No, it's true though. Why did Potter not tackle Maupay? Remember,
What do you
Mikel.
mean? Tackle what? Tackle what?
Why didn't he?
Wait,
Why?
talking about slide tackle or talk about in the
No,
press?
No, I'm talking about-
the Guendouzi thing. Like.
Exactly. Mikel held Matteo to task. Why didn't Potter hold Maupay to task? And nobody said one word.
What if you
Can
did it
imagine?
behind closed doors?
Yeah, but you would have heard about it then.
No.
But having said that,
to you, then,
having
innit?
said that, though,
Now you're saying this. You
No,
can't
having
win,
said
man.
that though,
What did you say behind closed
the
doors?
same Maupay that tried to call us arrogant, he got dropped for being arrogant. Let's see how funny that is.
Maupay,
It's a bit petty, man.
It's not petty. No, it's petty what he said.
Really went to his
It's petty what he
gym,
said.
though, you know what I
No,
mean?
it's
Like-
petty what he said. And the thing is, sorry, Lee. The thing is, you know, the worst thing is, Saeed, is the fact that you injured the goalkeeper.
I don't think he meant it, though.
No, you don't, but why are you talking at the end then? If
I'd
you're
say
lucky
what?
enough to win, keep quiet. You've injured the goalkeeper.
No, he didn't injure the goalkeeper, and also he's got every right to be a bit smug when you've.
Smug?
Did he win? Did he win at the end?
Yeah,
they won at the goal.
Correct me
Yeah,
if I'm
Smug-
wrong,
no.
but didn't Guendouzi go up to Morpie
There you
saying
go, then,
he
innit?
earns better
Allegedly.
wages than like
Allegedly.
all the Brighton team or something like
yes,
that?
There you go,
and
then.
obviously that's wrong. But like I said, Mikel
So
held
two
him to
wrongs don't make
task.
a right then, does it?
No, but you're saying that, Saeed.
But
There's
that
a big,
first wrong brings out the second wrong, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
there you go.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But Lewis, I'll say it like this, and to Saeed as well. There's a bigger issue here.
I
in the
understand
fact-
that, I
in
understand.
the fact that Burton was very lucky because Vas Abu Dhabi wasn't that lucky. Eduardo wasn't that lucky, and nor was Aaron Ramsey that lucky. I'm talking about injuries,
Oh, you're talking about the Leno
self-inflicted.
incident.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Burt is very lucky. He could have broken his leg. Vas
I don't
broke his
recall
leg.
it.
He
though.
didn't
Was it
mean it, though,
deliberate?
man.
Oh,
Where
no,
is-
he left
where
him
is
on the
deliberate or
out.
not? He didn't need to do it because he had
All
the
players
ball.
do it, just leave it on. You don't expect them to get injured. You know when
Yeah,
you like,
exactly.
You just
So it's
bump
one of
it.
those
It wasn't
things
one
that
of
they
those-
take
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
was
nothing.
unfortunate.
Yeah, but
It was
you-
unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. Vas was unfortunate.
I love how we talk about.
Eduardo was unfortunate. Aaron was unfortunate. Where were their careers today, apart from Aaron? Vas can no longer play. Eduardo's Premier League career is finished. So we're saying unfortunate. It's not unfortunate when you are Eduardo and at Birmingham now, you translate to Gilberto, who luckily translated from Portuguese to English where the break was, because the rumour was Eduardo would have had his leg amputated if he wasn't operated
It was
properly.
a different
So that's
sort
what
of
I'm saying.
we can't
different
praise
sort- It was a
Graham
different
Potter
sort
now,
of tackle, though.
I'm not
guessing
saying
I'm not
no,
gonna praise
no,
him.
I'm not
No
saying that.
Mourinho,
No
no
Potter,
Ferguson,
Mourinho,
no
anyone
Phil
else?
Brown,
Phil Brown,
no Sam
Phil Brown,
Allardyce.
Sam Allardyce,
Sam
So on
Allardyce,
5 managers.
Steve Clark,
Steve Clark.
6 managers.
Oh,
Alex
it'd be
Ferguson.
everyone like that, I know.
Uwe Rosler.
7. Can we get to 10?
Yes. Who else? Tony Pulis
10.
Oh,
Alright,
geez, a
8.
fight.
and Alex McLeish.
Alex McLeish. Pause.
Well, listen.
Alex McLeish.
Alex McLeish,
Oh my
because
God,
of
you
the
gotta
fact
love time,
that
man. You
when
gotta love time.
Eduardo got his leg broken by that disgraced Martin Taylor, he seemed to think that it was no big deal. And he was arguing with Arsene on the touchline, and that's disgrace. This is what I'm saying, because it seems to me that you can make stupid tackles like that. I know he didn't mean it. The worst thing is, this is what I'm going to live with the Shawcross incident. Before he broke Aaron's leg, the season before, he tackled that silly Manuel off the pitch. He tackled him off the pitch, and nobody said anything. So the thing is, I'm saying in the wider scheme of things, when is it going to be clamped down on before somebody seriously gets hurt? Like I
But
said,
don't you think managers have it in them where they have to protect their players?
of course they do. Of course they do. But
So don't you think that's the case, that's what they're doing and they'll discuss it behind closed doors and leave
Yeah,
it?
but-
Exactly,
They
that's
have
what
to
I
do it
said.
publicly.
Not everything has to be public.
yeah, fair enough. But you would hear things coming out. But from what I heard from Pulis,
But you just said
was
fair enough, though.
disgusting. It was disgusting. He's an absolute disgrace.
What did
Because-
Pulis
I
say?
think we need to
Pulis
move
didn't
on
say
from
nothing.
this,
That's what I'm saying. He didn't say nothing.
we move
He
on
said,
from this?
he didn't mean it.
I was
It's
going to keep going till kickoff.
disgusting comments. And McKeith as well. It seemed like, oh, we did nothing wrong. You didn't. One of your players broke one of our players.
Yeah,
you did
but
nothing wrong.
they was bad enough to break them, but they didn't. Like, even
I
with
don't-
the
I'm
Aaron
not
Ramsey,
interested.
gone out to break his
I'm not
leg. You
interested.
know
No,
what I mean?
I'm
Like,
not-
it's a bad tackle.
Yeah,
but there's no intention to
It's
break his
reckless.
leg. Yeah, it's reckless, but it
Well,
ain't-
no, but reckless is the thing is reckless because what
What
he
about all
wanted
your
to he
Arsenal
wanted to
players
take
in
the ball.
2005? How bad they were
Do you know-
tackling us?
Who?
In that game when we beat you 2-0.
Okay,
Arsenal.
so
all about
who's
players.
legs
Who's
did
banging all
they
about
break?
Chelsea
Huh?
players?
Whose legs did
No,
they
but
break?
you were bad.
Whose legs
No,
did
but
they break?
I'm not talking about lead breaking.
Okay then.
It was
There's
a
only
bad game
one
as well,
player
eh?
that's ever come out and said, I've tried to break something.
Roy Keane.
What about all
There's
them?
Roy Keane.
What
The
about
only one that's come out
Keown?
and
What
said
about
it.
Keown and all them players? Did you
Yeah,
actually got
once-
him?
did they
when
break anyone's
when
leg?
they crowded out Van Persie?
You mean Van Nistelrooy?
Van Nistelrooy, sorry, Van Nistelrooy.
And do you know
sorry.
where that started from, Saeed?
Where?
I'll take you back to the FA Cup
I'll take you
round
back.
tie when we beat you 2-0 and Ruud van cheat himself, jumped up and kicked Laren in the chest. Do you remember that? Because I do. And I was
God.
there. And he did not even get sent off. He never got a card. So that's where it started from. So if you're going to talk about that, go back to that. And also go back to the time when you cheated to beat us 2-0
No, it
and he
wasn't cheat,
stamped
man. It
on
wasn't cheat.
Ashley Cole's leg in front of the linesman and the linesman gave a throw in.
There was
Go
more-
back to that.
There was more bad tackles
Go
as
back to that.
Arsenal
No,
did.
go back to that.
Arsenal
then.
were making
Go
bad
back
tackles
to
as
that.
well.
So go name me. I've named you 2. Name me another 2 bad tackles that our players have done that
Listen, I'm
has
not here to
injured
be
your
petty.
players. Exactly.
I'm not-
So
you know
don't
what
try
I mean?
it, Saeed.
All right, then chill out, mate.
No. Because what it is,
Chill out, son.
No. Because what it is, like, is like what I'm getting at is that.
No, but I reckon what you do is you focus on your things, what's going on. But when I say something to you, like, no, well, you've done that. Well, you've done that.
No, I didn't. I said to you.
The thing is with Arsenal,
Having
a little
them
bit
all
with Man
playing
United
broken
and
legs.
those teams, and that, they're on the front foot all the time. So, that, like, when you've got a team like Stoke, for instance, they're not going to play
The
football
cheats.
with you. Or
Ugly.
Because
Actually,
if they do, they're going to get stuffed every week. So they're
But-
going to have to go there. And they're trying to... Watford,
We have kicked off by the way.
Oh, let's back to You have to restart again,
Oh,
guys.
yes, and he keep forgetting.
you know,
Take the knee first.
Watford took a bit of bullying tactics.
And what I'm saying.
But exactly. We cut. Sometimes it's part of football.
I don't think
Tackles have always been
No,
there.
I don't think it is, because the thing is, Lewis made a good point. Now, from what I've seen, I've never seen anybody try to break Ronaldo's leg. But I've seen people try to break Jose Antonio Reyes' legs. God rest his soul. That's what I'm saying. I've never
So what's
ever
your point now? What's your point now?
The point is that they know who to target and and also
That's a bit
I'll
hard.
tell you why. Because
So you're saying they're picking and choosing
absolutely,
Arsenal.
because you know the rhetoric. What's the rhetoric from the rubbish, media talking rubbish that, oh yeah, Arsenal are too soft. But yeah, our players have got leg broken, but we're too soft. This is what I'm saying.
I know. Maybe Albania don't have a.
Okay.
It's nice.
They've got a red kit though in Albania.
Oh, England as well, yeah. You know, so that's why. So teams will like to get away with it. With the Stoke thing, I'm sorry, I don't. If you're the worst team in the league, there's no excuse for going out and purposely trying to injure our players. And then telling me to do this is a disgrace. Telling me to do this is so disgrace. I'm so happy. That's so happy.
Calma. We say calma.
No.
I don't think they purposely go out to injure Arsenal.
I'm not interested, Saeed. I'm not interested. Because what it is, if I tackle you, right, if I see the ball at you and I go in knowing that
I
if
understand that.
I win the ball,
that.
I can injure you and I still do it, then I am liable for being reckless. Because what I should say is,
Brilliant. Oh, look.
what I should say is, if I want to win the ball, I've got to be careful about not taking out you. But if I take
they don't
you
deliberately
out,
just
no,
time.
I'm not interested. I'm just saying.
Can you confirm that though? They don't deliberately.
No, I do, Saeed. Because okay, Saeed, then you tell me another team that have had 3 broken legs, apart from us.
I'll be honest.
Do you
right,
agree
going
with
back
that,
to
Lee?
that Man United
Do you
game,
agree with that, Lee, though?
But no, I don't.
He has to.
The Man United game.
Yeah.
That you know, like when you won 2-0.
When they cheated. When they
I'll
cheated.
just say we might have an echo problem just for any of the guys backstage. I'm hearing a lot of people in the comment section saying that there's an audio issue.
Oh, okay.
Probably him shouting.
Yeah, exactly. It's time, people.
I don't blame the Man United players for that. I blame one person for that, the referee, for allowing it to happen.
Absolutely.
Audio's fixed,
Yes.
alright, cool. Nice.
You know,
Okay.
they, you know, and it's like anything in life. It's like if you're a little kid and you keep going to the sweets in the house.
Yeah.
If your mum lets you do it, you're going to
Yes.
carry on doing it and doing it and doing
But
it.
yeah, Lee,
The referee should have stopped. Like they, and what
You
Man
hear that
United
side?
done was clever too.
Yeah, I'm
So
coming
they
back.
targeted Reyes. They took it in turns.
it wasn't clever. It was cowardly. And also, you're saying that, Lee. Then
Do you agree with that, though, in terms of the referee? Is
no,
the
I
main
don't.
culprit
No,
in
I
this?
don't. No, I don't. Because you know why? Because if I'm playing football, right, and I know the referee's not going to do nothing to me, and I still try to injure you,
No.
then
The
what
referee is in
I'm
control.
doing. No.
Hold on a minute. The referee is in control of the game.
He's supposed
yes
to
or
be.
no?
He's supposed, but obviously the referee wasn't. But what I'm
That's what the players. The
yes,
replays for, is it
okay,
though?
but then, Saeed, my point is, if I'm playing football and the referee's not doing nothing, if I still continue to injure you, then I'm putting you at risk because I don't care about my fellow
But the game
professional.
was
I
reckless,
don't
though.
care. No, listen.
The game was
I don't
reckless.
care if I'm reckless against my fellow professional. So I don't care if you're my fellow professional. I'm going to take you out.
No, we're talking about the game against Arsenal. It was both sides, though.
No, okay then. So
both
you
sides.
name me. All right then. So you name me the fouls that we did.
That's a
No
foul.
penalty.
That's a foul.
He might go to VAR, back to VAR.
Like you know, you go back to that Man United game.
More in chat.
Yeah, we're being asked to turn the chat back onto this game for a little bit, so we'll turn it back on.
Yeah,
Just
if
wait for the
VAR,
foul
just
to pop
quickly,
up.
if VAR
Sorry
would
about
have,
that, people.
VAR would have gone.
They would have gone down to Manchester would have gone down to 5 men.
No, that would have been a free kick. I think that's outside the box.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, that's outside the box.
By the way, why is Ramsdale not starting? That's for me. That's a bit of a surprise, isn't it?
Well, I think, like, to be honest, I think with
Yeah,
Pickford,
actually,
I
that's a
think
very
Pickford
good
had a
point.
very good Euros.
Yeah.
And, you know, and you can't just say, oh, because someone's playing really, really well, I'll drop you now, like, you know what I mean? So I'll tell you what, Ramsdale is doing. He's putting pressure on him.
Okay.
So if he,
We're like,
oh my God, what's he done?
but that's a red card
That's a
though.
rough one.
I'll tell you
He's
what,
out of his box. That's a red card. I can't
We're
believe.
meant to be back in England today.
You're not back
No,
in
I know,
England.
but I'm going to be honest. That's a red card.
Yeah,
That's
what
not a
do you
red
want
card.
to
If it
do,
was
Ramsdale?
Arsenal, would you have been honest?
I would have had to. I would have said it's a red card. I would have had to be honest. I would say that's a red card. I cannot.
have to see
I
that
cannot
one.
I'll have
believe
to see that
Still.
again.
that's a red card because he's caught him and
Did
he
he
hasn't
have
got the ball.
struck him or did he do it on purpose?
It doesn't mean-
That's the intent. It's all about the intent.
No, but what you? But the thing is, he's out of his box. So you're
Oh, they've got
out
a
of
lot
your
of fans,
box.
isn't it? To be fair, there's
Yeah.
a large Albanian community in London, isn't there?
What are the
There is,
comments
there is.
saying about that? Because who's got the foul there?
I don't know.
England got the foul.
I can't believe that. I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Either that or must have gone out for a throw or something.
The problem is, though,
must
Lee,
have got
when
the
you
ball.
talk about that, is Gareth Southgate rewarding good opportunities, though? Maguire is still in there.
Yeah.
But then again, is anyone else knocking on the door, though? Who's coming up now in the England? Like,
Well,
press?
I'm going to say it.
Ben White.
Ben White's been brilliant the last
Ben
3 or
White
4
did, yeah.
games.
Well, there you go.
I will say that, but and then when you think, right, well, okay, I think Harry Maguire's
that's
never
good
let
play from
England down.
England.
If I'll be honest, I
Oh,
don't
not
think
a
he's
foul.
had that
I
many
think he
bad
got the ball
games
first there.
for England.
That's a bit of a...
Possibly not.
I don't think he's had that.
another
many.
I thought it was
Albania
good. I
player
thought it was
down.
good in Euros.
Albania
I thought
played
he's very
down.
good in
I thought,
Euros.
yeah, I don't think he's ever let England down.
It's Reece. Well, that's a foul on Reece. Oh, let's hope he's not injured.
I don't think he's ever let. So I think Southgate's giving him a little. Look, John Stones, by the way, hadn't played a minute of Premier League football until he played for England. The other.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
So
Yeah.
And you got Gareth Southgate saying, "Oh, you've got to play for your club. Got to play for your club."
Yeah,
And then you know, he's not. You know,
Yeah.
so.
That's true.
There have
true.
been questions about
But-
a bit of favouritism in the England squads in the past, so wouldn't be too surprised by that.
But it's affecting every club, though. I'm looking at every club now, in even in club football. When the manager has his favourites, it's very, very difficult for an outsider to come in now.
That's true.
You know, it really is. You know.
Yeah. So every manager has his favourites.
Yeah.
At any
He or
level,
she.
at
He or
any
she, yeah.
level of the game. You know,
But do you reckon I think it's kind of ruining football at the minute now, because now, you know, players are not just, they want a person who's going to give them 100%, but then they might not have the quality to play, you know, in the national tournament. And if you keep doing that, you know, Southgate, mate, you know, it's not going to look good for you in the World Cup.
But
The formation, the
Yeah.
poll's been finished now. Majority
Okay.
of people say they prefer 4-3-3.
Yeah,
That's
I
the best
do as well.
formation for the current England squad. What's you guys' thoughts on that?
yeah, games like this, you know what I mean? Maybe when you're
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
one of the top boys, maybe different. But
Yeah.
when you're playing Albania at home, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be adventurous.
Exactly, like
Yeah.
games like this, especially in the World Cup qualifiers where we always seem to dominate. Yeah,
that
was
is a
rough
red.
foul. That was a rough foul. Came
Actually,
in
this
from
could
behind
be,
and
this could be a
everything.
red. It's challenges. That's what I mean. It's challenges like this. Look, he's nowhere near
see
the ball.
this.
Look.
Oh
He's
my
nowhere-
days,
this is
that's
what
a
I'm saying. It's
horrendous
things like
No,
this.
he slipped.
Yeah, but
To be fair to him, he slipped.
Yeah, he's just lucky his studs
He's
weren't
very
out
lucky
there.
there. Listen,
he hasn't even got a card. Oh, he's got a yellow card.
This,
Cop
uh,
TV's also in the comment section saying, "Tell Saeed I got 5 on it." Big up
Who said that?
yourself.
Who said that?
Cop TV.
Well, that's funny because if I remember quite rightly, isn't that a big hit by the Loonies?
listen,
I've got 5 on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I know,
saying.
it's a play on words.
I
I'll
sang
tell
it
you what, I
after
don't
these
want to be
games.
playing. I don't want Emil playing
Oh,
this
I know.
game.
I think I can understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
And I would say he should have been 10 on it, but you know.
I don't want Saka or
That's here
Emil
or
coming
there.
into
I'm
this
just
game.
joking. But Saeed,
They're putting it about, aren't they?
Saeed back
Glad Mount
to
got
Saeed,
crossed.
Saeed back to
James
you.
with the ball in. Maguire! 1-0. Love that. Straightforward.
He needs that. He needs that. He definitely needs that.
And that's why he's in the team.
He's got his
Yeah,
ears
for
up to the
England, they like
haters as
different
well.
animals.
Whose ball was it? In.
Harry Beckenbauer making it 1-0.
No,
Harry
no more.
Beckenbauer.
No.
I like that.
Good header.
Yeah, really
Yeah,
good
Who's
header.
picking
Very,
him up
very,
though,
very
to be
good.
honest?
Also, can we shout out that crisp ball from Reece James? What a delivery.
Was it Reece James?
Reece, young Reece.
Yet another assist for Reece James this season.
Yeah.
Oh, he's pulled him there, look.
No. What a free header. Boom. No chance. See, Ali scores for
Nah,
United,
that's
and then
all right, nothing wrong with
England.
that.
He's
Look at
got
the
a couple.
size of the guy they had marking Maguire. Like, what?
I know. Crazy. Boom. Look at that. 1-0 England.
Light work.
Yeah, sorry, I'm coming back to you, sorry.
What, in what way?
Because you still haven't answered. You said that in that cheating game, you said that.
No,
we
we're
made
moving on.
both
The chat
challenges. So I
told
want
to
you
move
to
on.
name.
Ty.
I want you to name
Ty,
the
we're moving
challenges.
on.
No, we're not moving on because
I've not moved on from
No,
this.
sorry,
Ty,
because
leave me
you
alone,
said
man.
because I mentioned
Yo, Ty,
Gary
man, we're
Neville
moving on.
and Gary Neville and Phil
The
Neville.
chat-
So I want you
we
to
have to respect the
name,
chat.
and I mentioned Ruth Van Cheatham. So I want you to name.
Listen,
our
Ty,
players who
Van
made
Cheatham
bad
has told me
challenges.
to move on.
No,
So I'm moving
no,
on.
because you said to me, sorry, that our
They
players
have.
made, so then name the players
Listen.
that made bad challenges that resulted in players getting injured.
They definitely
Because
want the
none of
Asher
them
Cole one.
did. Who, what Rude Van Cheatham stamped on his knee?
Oh my God.
You see, you can't answer.
Listen,
You can't answer.
I don't need to answer.
Because you can't.
Because I'm moving
That's
on.
why, because you can't.
Well,
Yeah, because there's
Foden.
nothing to
Jay
say.
Warren says, ask Ty about Ryan Babel.
Go.
Anything about Ryan
Ryan
Babel?
Babel, yeah, he said that when he leaves Ajax, he's going to come to us. That's what he said.
He leaves Ajax.
Yeah, he said, I'm going to go to Arsenal. He actually was quite the saying that. I saw him on TV saying that. Then he went to Liverpool. And
Oh,
also,
I thought you meant recently. My bad.
yeah, no,
I
no,
thought
no.
because he was still playing, weren't he? I remember he was
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
we've done everything
Oh,
right there, apart
Foden's
from
just
the
scuffed
ending.
that. We also got a super chat. Let me find that. Romy says, oh my gosh, if Wenger burnt Ty's house down, he'd thank him for the warmth. Can't be
What,
asked.
the thing about it is that why
Another
are
player
you-
injured.
Why
These men are dropping like flies.
Why say comments like that then? So you're now calling Arson an arsonist. That's what you're saying, isn't it? You're calling him an arsonist.
Wow.
It's silly. Oh, Lee.
You know, they got 2 injuries now.
That's the best thing I've seen.
That's rubbish.
2.
That's absolutely. But that's what I'm saying, Lewis. Comments like that are just absolutely ridiculous.
They are,
Absolutely
but-
ridiculous.
I feel like they're just doing it to get a reaction.
You know,
You can't give them
lovely. No, but the reaction is, I can only think that the person that made that comment is acting like a moron. That's all I can think.
Yeah.
That's all.
Listen,
Thank you very much.
it
Lee.
is what it is.
We're going to cause a bit
Lovely.
of controversy, yeah?
Oh, that's me. So this is mine.
We've got
This is going to be.
Hawaiian.
Hawaii?
Oh, lovely.
No, if it's veg, I'll have veg one.
Oh, you want cheese
Pineapple
then?
with pizza
Hey?
now. I like
You want cheese?
And what's that?
This is cheese.
Oh, it's
We are
margarita.
some vegetarian.
Well, it's not meat though.
Yeah. If it's vegetarian, I'll have the vegetarian one.
It's mozzarella. It's mozzarella. I think.
Mozzarella?
Yes, mozzarella.
Do you put-
Oh, I'm good, bro. I ate before I came here.
lovely.
You enjoy that, bro.
Oh, will it?
Okay, then. So that's
You're going to have to share yours.
me and Saeed.
Yeah, I'll have one, I'll have one.
I want myself.
I'll have one. You can have the rest. I just want one anyway.
You just want one. Are you sure?
Yeah, trust me,
Anything
man.
in the front.
Go on, then take what you want then.
Yeah, just one.
You only want one. Are you sure?
Yeah, honestly, man. I had something before.
Thanks very much, Lee. By the way.
Yeah, cool. I'll have the rest.
Thank you. Yeah. What was we saying? What was we talking
Yeah.
about?
Well,
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. I'm
we
talking
need a
about
bit
silly
of
comments.
kitchen. We need. Sorry, mate.
That's
We
right.
need a
Thank
bit of kitchen roll or something.
you. Kitchen roll. Yeah, I love it.
Kalechi says, Ty, do you think Stefan, I can't pronounce his name, Heinchos is a cheat? I think he's an ex-Liverpool fan. Do you think Stefan Heinchos is a cheat? I can't remember his name.
I want a damn ball on the line for a
Somebody
penalty.
plays.
What do you think? What do you think?
What's the context behind that one? Because I don't know that one still.
Basically, when we played Liverpool in the FA Cup final 2001, he got away with 2 handballs on the line, which the referee missed for some reason. And Liverpool ended up winning. But if not for that now, they wouldn't have won. So all these fans are trying to troll.
Yeah, but
All I can say is that,
again, whose
The FA
fault's
Cup, you
that?
mean? The FA Cup you're talking about?
yeah,
Yeah, I remember that one.
Whose fault's that?
all these fans are trying to troll. They're probably, if they're Liverpool fans, they're probably wiping their tails.
There's
Oh
a
my
chance.
God.
Good save by Pickford.
Good save.
Bloody hell, man. They got in there.
1v1 as well, that was their chance.
You said, whose fault is that? What do you mean, whose fault is that? Oh, the referee, you mean? I mean the referee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
Yeah. But then all these Liverpool fans trying to troll, they're probably still crying and getting over the fact that we won Anfield
That
in
was Kyle
89.
Walker. That's maybe why he's in this team. For England, he's unstoppable.
Well, it's the same. He's done the business there, hasn't he? Like, you can't just drop someone because someone else is playing well.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Nice one, mate.
You know, that's what it was. So I think it's funny. It's so interesting that people always say it's a long time ago, but people seem to remember.
So the guys and half look after us here, don't they? Look.
They do. Thank you very much.
Couldn't get his foot incorrect.
People, you know what's interesting, Lee?
Saji gives a little flick
Thank you
over.
very much.
Oh, well,
Ryan.
sorry, man. Thank you. Check. Ryan, you're the main man, you are.
Yes, exactly.
People always say to me, "Oh, why am I bringing it up?" But it seems to me they seem to remember. They always say, "Why am I bringing up things?" But they seem to remember everything, don't they? Isn't it? Isn't that interesting?
That's why I
Oh
say
my
half the
God.
time they're trying to get a reaction.
Yeah, no,
Oh
but
my days.
3.
That's got to be
These guys have glass
Oh my
ankles.
days, man. What is going on?
That's the third one, isn't it?
Yeah, but the thing is, Lewis,
You know what, man? Is that something Matrix is
I can
going
do
on?
this all day. That's what I'm saying.
Hey?
I can argue about football all day. That's what I'm saying.
Is there some sort of Matrix going on here?
What Matrix?
What, like 7 injuries to win a bet or something?
Honestly, man. 3 injuries in a row, though.
This is mad.
All hamstrings.
Wow.
Lightwork says, Ty, you're deluded. Make me laugh, Papa Smurf.
You can't call me deluded. I should do more than me. That you never can. And Papa Smurf is 3 billion times more clever than you could ever be. All right? That's what I love. That's what I mean. I can do this all day. Look at Albanian fans. Wow.
Yes, but
I think there's also another question in the comment section for you guys to let us know as well. But to the panel as well, we're asking, who's your favourite current England's player and why? And
Wow.
you know what, Ty, we'll start with you.
Thank
for
you.
This
Well-
one, you can go for it.
It can only be one or two. Bukayo or Emil.
Kyle.
And it's probably Emil.
Oh, change that
To
question.
Arsenal, please.
It's not the team you support.
Because of the fact that...
You know what, we'll do that twist then, not the team you support.
Yeah,
'cause
exactly.
Otherwise it'll be
Come on,
easy.
man.
for
Oh,
all
okay,
of
fair
us. It's
enough.
easy for all of us.
All right. That's a good judge. Well done, the judge.
Thank you.
You can see why he's a judge, but then you can see why every case gets thrown out for corruption. Just joking. Right.
That has to be the worst joke I've ever heard.
Well, listen. You talk about jokes. Go back to cheating. That wasn't a joke. So, but anyway, yeah. But anyway, it's probably
Easy
going
to
to
rattle
be.
you, child.
I'm not. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's not lies, is it? I'll probably say Tyrone. Tyrone Mings for the fact that
Tyrone Mings, out of everyone. That is very. Oh my God.
And it's
Ty.
not only for-
Are you serious?
yeah, and it's not only for the football, for what he's
It
done off
can't
the
be for
pitch
the
as well.
football.
No, because remember he was playing well before Harry Maguire came in.
Yeah, no, but I mean, not this season. This season. he's been
What about
poor.
just footballing reasons only?
Unlucky, James.
Footballing reasons.
Your best player.
Foden.
Okay, for
Into
okay,
Henderson.
for
Over the
Harry
top into
Kane.
Kane, and it's 2-0.
That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, come on, celebrate.
You know nobody celebrates.
You mean up to now?
Harry Kane.
Up to now or
Harry Kane.
before? Up to this present point?
What?
The England player. Up to the present point?
Yeah. Current England player. Who's your favourite and why?
Oh, gosh. It's probably going to have to be.
So, are you guys not going to celebrate if England scored? No.
What?
If any of them score, because most of them play for like Tottenham and that. You know, what I mean? They
Bukayo,
don't celebrate.
Bukayo Emil scored.
I'm happy England scored.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, they're going to win this game whether who scores or not. No. I'm just hoping he's offside.
That's a good goal, though.
He's not.
That's our
You hope
hoping
he's
he's
offside.
offside.
It might be a bit
Yo,
controversial.
that's a good ball. Henderson, Harry Kane, easy as you like.
Yeah,
man.
light work.
It might be controversial.
Yeah,
I knew
oh,
Kane
man.
would stat pad in this one.
You know
That's
what?
what I mean. He does that, though. That's the thing. Look at that. It's 2 tappings.
Yeah, but he
This
scored,
defense
hasn't
is terrible.
Probably got another injury off that.
he? You know what? It might be a bit controversial, but I'm going to have to say it because I think the young man is outstanding, and I'm lucky enough to know his sister, and I've spoken to his mum and dad. It's Reece. You got a big Reece up because Reece is doing
Rich James.
amazingly, and from what I've seen of the man off the pitch, he's one of the most humble people
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
Fair play.
So listen, I got a big up Reece.
Lee, what about you? What's your choice?
Jack Grealish is my favourite.
Jackie Grealish.
I really like Jack Grealish. Would be definitely there. And after him, Foden. I think Foden's a great player as well. I really like them too.
It's only one, okay? One player.
What's
Only
that?
one. One player, only. There's only one
Oh,
player.
sorry. No, so out of all of them, I think for me, Jack Grealish. I'm a big Jack Grealish fan. Yeah.
Yeah, Grealish would have been my pick as well. beautiful player as well. It's a shame that he hasn't. Well, he's played really well for Man City this
another
season
one.
as well. It's just not been
look
at
it.
£100 million standard, but that will come in time. Saeed, what about you? What's your choice?
Mine's going to be something different, man. I'm going to go for Declan Rice, man. I like Declan Rice, man. I think he's a good player. I just think he's a... It was going to be between him and Jude Bellingham, bro. I'll go for Declan Rice, man. I like him. I want him at United, to be honest with you.
That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Huh?
That's what you're saying.
No, just in general anyway. I like him. He's a good player.
I'm only kidding. No, he's
He's a good
done.
player. I like Declan Rice, man.
He's done well. Another humble young man as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, Declan Rice.
Better than McTominay?
Anyone's better than McTominay, mate.
That's a bit harsh side, isn't it?
Hey?
I quite like
That's a bit
McTominay.
harsh.
I think
You like McTominay?
I don't think he's a bad player.
I don't think he's a bad player at all.
The problem is, man, I don't really have personal vendettas about players. Just whether they're good enough for United. I mean, would you have him in your midfield?
If you
If you wouldn't have him in your midfield, then you can't really say he's a good player then.
Listen, if you could do the business. Isn't it? If you've done the business for us, who's going to care?
Well, I think that's the first yellow for the game.
Yeah.
I would like to go back to this Jordan Pickford incident because I can't believe
Ramsdale's
not
been
red
good,
card.
though. I actually said, and people will say, oh, well, you didn't say that. But I had a feeling that Ramsdale would fit in, at Arsenal. You know, when people say he's been a bad keeper, when he's been at Sheffield and Bournemouth, he's always made like good saves, you know what I mean? He's always been like the one that's been like stopping the save. It's just that, unfortunately for him, he's been relegated twice.
Yeah.
But in that season, he was making good saves. He was like active, So,
Yeah.
and he's fitting in well in what Arteta wants to do. So.
Well, in fact, fortunately,
play.
he's feeling like a dream. But I have to say, the people that were slagging him off before he came to the club should hang their hands in shame. Hang their heads in shame.
That was a good portion of the fan base.
Oh, brilliant ball there.
Well,
That's a nice ball.
You know what I like though?
It was a good.
Chilwell.
It was a lot of the fan
Chilwell's
base.
a really
you know what I mean?
good player.
that's disgusting.
I don't think it was really aimed at Ramsdale. I think a lot of fans weren't happy with
Good play.
the way that
And that's fair enough.
the ball
And Lee, that's fair enough. But when you're gonna
took it out on Ramsdale.
Good
probably.
play from Sterling there.
Oh, Sterling.
Oh,
It's still Sterling.
nearly.
Oh, lucky. Albania are all over the place.
He's got a third in the group,
That's what I'm saying. Internationals are just. They don't really kind of. It's not,
Well,
not a measure.
I said we'd beat Albania 5. So yeah, I back these 5-0 and San Marino 6. So it'd be 11 plus in the
Is
two
that
games.
what we got on Friday? On Monday?
On Monday,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter about the formation then because England are still doing well, aren't they? However, defensively it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. England should win this game regardless who they put in there, really, you know what I mean? And by the way, when Harry Maguire scored, no one really celebrated that, by the way,
I
did
did a little bit, you know what I mean? It's not.
I think because it's, you know,
It's not edge of the seat stuff,
it's
is
not,
it?
no, you know what I mean, like, you know, you're playing Albania, you
So
know.
why do you think he's still like committing with the 5 at the back then? Is it just because he feels comfortable with that? Or is it
Yeah, but I think maybe because if he's going to carry on playing that way,
the Euros?
when you might as well keep
World
that
Cup.
system going all the time, I suppose, you know what I mean? It's like Chelsea under Conte, they never changed that system, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you play free at the back, it can be very positive. It don't have to
Yeah,
be,
of course,
it don't have to be
yeah.
negative. You can get like 2 attackers up top, couldn't you?
But it's one of them things where then you don't see the likes of Marcus Rashford, and then you've got like Sancho, all these players who kind of like, the creative players.
Yeah.
You don't really see them in a 5 at the back system. Similar to the way we play with Oli
well,
lately.
take that out of
He's not
pressure.
played Sancho, he's not played
No, he hasn't.
certain players
Yeah.
because of the 5 at the back system. So it's like you have to bite your bullet, you know what I mean? The manager's doing something, it's
And
positive.
that's a great point you make there because with Sancho,
Good
with the
play
World
from
Cup
England.
and everything like that.
Maguire.
Would it have been better for Sancho to stay at Dortmund till after that World Cup?
We chased him for 2 years, Lee.
Uh,
We
one
chased
sec.
Sancho for 2 years for him to be on a bench warmer.
Yeah, but they chased him. I'll tell you what that happened there because they chased him and then they couldn't. Man United could not allow Ronaldo
I know.
to go to Man City
What would you have
was.
done? If you knew Ronaldo was coming, but then you thought, well, you got Sancho coming, what would you have done?
Well, I think you got.
You could get both of them.
No, they couldn't play both of them, could they? But what
No, but
I
you've
would
got
do
to
if
go
I
for them.
was,
If I
if
say
I
no,
was,
you're not
if
coming
I
on
would have been Man United, I would have looked at the long-term game instead of the short-term game.
Fair play.
I would have said, right, we've just invested 70 odd million in Sancho. We're going to stick with him. I think if Ronaldo weren't available, Sancho would be getting a lot more game time now.
Yeah, of course he would.
And also,
It's a difficult one, but, you know. And
what about a manager who fits Ronaldo and Sancho in the team and says, you know what, I can do it, you know? What about that? Nobody's thought of that, you know what I mean?
Well, it can do, but you've still got.
Oh, that's a great.
You've still got other players.
Dead.
You know, that if you're going to play that, you may have to leave out Fernandez. Listen,
What, Fernandez?
Oh my God.
I'm going to go on about. You know, let's talk about the
Another
Ronaldo
yellow for Albania.
situation. First and foremost, I think he's a fantastic player, the best player in the world. Right, in my opinion.
One of the best.
You know, in my opinion, I think he's better than Messi. I've always said that. I think he's fantastic.
Fair enough.
But I think as good as he is, and he's been keeping Man United, I think he's hindering Man United, and I'll tell you why I think that is because
Scored more goals. I know what you mean in terms of the way we play and set up.
yeah, they've got a play in where he's not going to work so much. He's restricting the likes of Greenwood and Sancho, but
is that his fault or the manager's fault?
No. I don't know whose fault it is. Because you know, if you as a manager, say you was Solskjaer, I'm planning for. When you go for a player like they did with Sancho, obviously when you're desperate to sign him, there must have been some plan. Right, he's going to come in and do this and do that, and then all of a sudden, like, we're going to play him as a sub. So it completely changed.
Commercial signing, it wasn't.
Yeah, and from that point of view, you have to say it's fantastic. You know,
It's fantastic for Manchester United, yeah.
you know, but would Man United be a better team?
Maguire just got done for pace.
Maguire, man.
Or
Without Ronaldo?
Or is it an individual? And I think that maybe like sometimes it would have been better. There would have been a better team. But the fact is that they could not allow him to go to Man City.
Exactly.
Couldn't allow it to happen.
Yeah.
That would have been incredible, though.
Ryan says, I like Declan, but we've got Rice at home firm. Cameron
Very good.
says, Rice and Grealish are my favourite Irish players. Fata says, Mount is better than Emil Smith-Rowe. Let's have it right.
Say that again about Emil.
You said Mount is better than Emil Smith-Rowe. Let's
Yeah,
have it
you
right.
wish he was, mate. You wish he was.
Let me not say too much, and otherwise we're going to go for another 20 minutes. But I want to try and be respectful to Smith-Rowe because I think he's in good form.
I'll tell you what. I will
medals
say
on the
this. I will say this, and I'll say it. That Smith-Rowe at his age is better than Mason Mount, and he's better than Grealish at that age.
Yeah.
Whether he can go
right
on
now?
21 now, I think he is. Whether he
So
can
you're
go.
saying Smith-Rowe now was better than Mason Mount?
No, how old's Mason Mount now?
I think he's 22.
Is he 22?
20,
Right,
yeah, 22, 23.
Yeah.
Smith-Rowe's 20, isn't
I-
it? Is he 20?
20, yeah.
His own way. I think he's only just turned 21. But I think that, you know, he's got a long way. There's levels still for Smith-Rowe to go.
Brilliant. Oh, that's a good goal.
Henderson.
Henderson for 3-0.
It's 3-0, so
Great
He's a
goal,
very,
that was.
very
That's a
good
really well. Find out how old Mason Mount is.
Mount's 22. Smith-Rowe is
21.
Kane
21.
and Henderson there.
Okay. So
Done
1
well.
year.
So probably like, you know, and I also think with Mason Mount, which has helped his career, is he's playing with better players.
Brilliant goal. 1-2.
Fair players, but he's also shining in light of those players. Like, you won our player of the season last year.
What?
Oh, yeah.
I definitely think Smith-Rowe has the end product on him. But I think in terms of overall ability, right now it's still Mason Mount. Smith-Rowe's very close.
I wouldn't. As I say, like he's nowhere near in the class of Jack Grealish now. But Jack Grealish at 21 wasn't. I think Jack Grealish is a better player than Mason Mount, in my opinion. But Mason Mount at his age is better than Jack Grealish. So, like, you know, Mason Mount can go on and be as good as he wants to be. You know what I mean? Like, he's got more levels to go up. As is Smith-Rowe, where I think like what you're seeing now is the finish article with Grealish. So it'd be interesting, like, you know.
Goal
check. Is there a VAR check?
Yeah, check. Maybe Kane was offside.
A red and yellow affair. Oh, this guy's instigating. He says, Ty, quick question for you. What was the result of Wenger's 1,000th game in charge, and who was the opposing manager?
He had an invincible team. Goodbye. That's all I'm going to say. These people think they're funny. He had an invincible team. He won He's won the most FA Cups.
Listen,
so that's it.
And Chelsea fans have got small memories on things like that. They couldn't beat us for love or money at one stage, you know.
Exactly.
I do remember the Ranieri era was a little bit peak for us.
You know,
Brilliant.
and before that,
Foden,
you know,
Sterling,
With
Kane, 4-0.
Oh,
He's bottled it.
block.
this could be about 10, you know.
Trust me, I thought this would have been a bit more lethargic, but we've been all over these guys.
Who do you
Josh
think,
says,
honestly, is the best manager in the Premier League?
What now?
No, forever. So you've got to put.
Well, there's only two. There's Arsene and Ferguson.
Then,
And unfortunately, it's Alex Ferguson for you.
No, it's not for me. It's Arsene. Ferguson, who? It's Arsene, man.
Josh says Reece James best right back in the world.
I don't know about that.
I'm
Do you reckon we'll get far with this squad? Do you reckon? This squad
Because agenda.
You're gonna go with it.
Yeah, just because agenda. But he's also playing at that level this season, so you know what? At least his
He is.
performance
No,
is
I like,
justified.
the thing about it is that what's interesting with Reece is that
he's not even the best in England at this moment in time.
who Reece.
No, he's not
So
the
who's
best
better-
right
who's
back.
better- who's
Walker's
better
the
than-
best right back in
No. Reece James is the right back.
Reece.
I don't know.
No, at the moment.
But I will say,
think he's
I will say,
He's on form. Kyle Walker, not Reece James for me has been the outstanding right back in the Premier League.
that's the thing.
And that's
His
me being
form's
a-
been
you know what I mean?
proving it. But
Scored
I
and
will say
assisted, hasn't he?
respectfully as well. Like Trent's been in amazing form this season. So
Yeah.
has Kyle Walker too.
But consistently,
It's not-
though,
that's the thing.
Reece James.
It has to be Reece James because he's been balling out from the start of the season. Been
Yeah,
racking up
But
goals.
you're
Yeah, but to
saying
be fair,
back
though-
and playing now, you know what I mean? I still think that if it push comes to shove, if we had to put a right back in, he'd put in Walker. Just that little bit more experience and all that.
Sterling.
Yeah, managers
also
always
he's-
prefer experience though. You can't
Go on,
really.
Sterling.
also
Have
to
that.
be- but also-
penalty.
Nah, he's kept it on.
But to be fair, Reece hasn't been injured, whereas Trent Alexander-Arnold has been injured, hasn't
Yeah, he missed the City game, didn't he? They had to
He's a
make
good
Milner
player.
back.
Look, you know, I'll tell you what, this is the
is
season for Reece now to kick
Oh
on.
yeah,
he?
Cancelo as well.
Reece
Can't
is,
forget
Cancelo plays more left back. Oh!
and like I said,
Harry Kane.
like I said, you have not heard
It's not a goal, by the way,
one
sorry.
controversial thing about Reece off the pitch, and I think that's credit to his family and him as well.
Yeah, we
and
were
that's
talking
and
about
that's
Trent
and that's what I rate
That was
a
a
player
brilliant
on as well.
strike.
Great strike.
Not only how
What
good
a
they
save.
are,
He should have gone with his left hand, shouldn't he?
not only how good they are on the pitch, but off it as
Charlie.
well. And that's how I rate managers as well.
Do you know who hasn't gone on the right back? And I thought, and I wanted him to go to Arsenal, was Wan-Bissaka. I thought he was going to be a real.
Yeah.
When I was at
Yeah, but
Palace, he was a
Ollie
real
Tax.
deal, wasn't
He
he?
was. That's why I mentioned my boy.
tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he pays week in, week out, so he must be doing something right. Ollie, did you say Ollie Tax?
Ollie tax.
Oh, Stones unlucky.
Leaping head off his
You know, Harry Kane's playing all right now this game, you know.
Yeah, he was playing against Albania.
Come on, this would be like us
It's
It's not like an Arsenal fan to give a bit of
Harry Kane plays well in the
praise.
Conference League as well.
But
like, you know
that's
what I
a
mean?
very good point.
Yeah,
Like,
but
where
it's-
has this Harry Kane been for Tottenham this season?
Listen,
Yeah.
Harry Kane
Saeed.
has lost his heart. You know, his heart isn't at Tottenham no more. He wanted to move. He wanted to leave. He doesn't want to be there no more. So as
Did you
much
see his
as
comments, by the way, the other day? Oh, I handled it, every top player, and he handled it very well. And I was like, come on, mate. You wanted to leave.
Yeah,
you
but
were
what's he
crying.
doing?
handled it
But you know what? He has to say that, doesn't he? He can't say that I still want to leave
Listen,
Tottenham.
I don't care. I say
He had a
this.
lot he could have said in the summer.
I state it and everything there. Henry Kane, whether you like him or you don't, is an ultimate
Is he
professional.
onside?
Well, I don't know if he is, Lee.
Kane?
I don't know if he is.
Oh, that's where he is, Lee. Have some of
that's
that.
a good
You're
finish.
saying he's the ultimate.
Harry
That's
Kane.
a really good finish.
But
He's
Lee, you're
back
saying,
to his best.
you're saying the ultimate professional. So the ultimate
best
professional,
striker in
that
North
means they do
London.
nothing wrong on the pitch or off the pitch.
No, I think he's a great player. He's like, you know, it's a fantastic goal, by the way. He's a great-
Can Aubameyang do that?
Of course he can do that.
Come on, man. Can he do that, Aubameyang, though?
Of course he can do that.
Left foot on the side there.
Of course he can do that.
Look at that, man.
Can
He
Cavani
does
do
Look
that?
at the run.
Look at the
Cavani-
defender playing him
can
on
Cavani
side.
do
though.
that?
That's horrendous.
Look at that,
Stick
man.
with your line.
Can Cavani do that?
Harry Kane, man.
That's a great goal.
Be ready for the
What
next
I'm
North
saying
London
about
derby
it is,
coming up.
I do believe
April?
that he was promised something.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah,
as well.
same.
He was like, because you don't do what he done and not turn up for training. Not
then
going
he
to
could
be at it like, this is Harry Kane, you know what I mean?
But then
Why has he been like
No,
that?
that's true, but Lee, you said that he's the ultimate professional. If you don't turn up for training, you're not the ultimate professional at all. If
No,
you cheat and you
up
dive,
until that point.
yeah, that's what I mean. But now
Up
he
until
isn't.
that point,
Yeah.
he was the ultimate, you know.
No, he wasn't. No, but Lee wasn't. He wasn't because I've seen him cheat and I've seen him dive against us.
my
So I'm
God,
sorry.
here we go
Yeah,
again.
apart from that, but like.
Apart from that, but that's big enough though.
No, he
That's
scores
big enough.
goals, he works hard.
Exactly,
he's
man.
he's been a very good player for Tottenham.
So
right?
does Ronaldo, but he still cheats.
No, but all of a sudden,
Yeah, and he knows it's true.
to down tools like he did
Yeah.
at the end of it, there must have been a reason why.
There must be, but
If you
even
go
still,
back
though.
to like his last game at White Hart Lane last season, the way he was saying
Going,
goodbye
yeah,
to
it's
Spurs
like he
fans,
thought he
it
was
looked like
leaving,
it was
yeah.
a permanent goodbye.
Yeah, yeah.
So it does fit in with that belief that he kind of did believe he was on his way out, and then
Yeah.
It was a
things
gentleman's
just switched
agreement,
at the
innit?
last minute.
Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I
Allegedly.
mean? And
If you
that's
make a
the
gentleman's
reality.
agreement with Daniel Levy, it is
There
what
was
it
something
is.
not right, was there, for him to do what he's, listen, he scored 1 goal in 10 games. It's, you know what I mean? Like, that ain't Harry Kane. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
it is now.
yeah, well,
Until he leaves, that's what it could be now.
I'm looking at him and I'm thinking to myself, he's a top quality. He ain't been running. He ain't been working hard. It's just all the things that you associate with him. He hasn't been doing. And why?
It's an
Why is
escape
that?
here, though, isn't it? It's an escape here because at the end of the day, you're playing
Well,
against.
he still wants to play for England, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but ultimately, he's on a plane to somewhere in the conference, or he's sitting at his home on a Tuesday night watching Manchester City versus PSG.
Crying, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and thinking to himself, I wanted a piece of that.
Yeah.
And not being horrible.
But he signed a contract now. He signed a 6-year contract.
Which is
so
a good point.
Maybe it's a
I
taste
don't
of his
know
own
why
medicine.
he signed that.
Sorry?
I
Well,
don't know
maybe
why
he signed that
that.
with the
With the thing
6
that he
years,
thought he was
though?
going to stay.
6
saying
years
that
at Tottenham.
if someone
Like,
comes
come
in for
on.
me, I can.
So when did he sign that? When did he
much you
sign
got?
that, by the way? I don't know when
I
he
think
signed
it was
Well, you
it
take
must have
the
been
arm off if you
around
want.
2015 or
I'll take it
16,
only.
somewhere early
Okay.
into the Pochettino
You got loads
era.
more than me.
Probably thought like he'd be there for years, and eventually they'd end up
But
succeeding.
also, it's a bit snide on Tottenham's behalf to keep a player, you know what I mean? I know it's selfish for all reasons, but
Yeah.
maybe
Good challenge,
I reckon,
James.
and also for me, Tottenham might as well sell him, get the funds available, and then make a team better. Because sometimes you look at him. We had that same feeling when Wayne Rooney was leaving in 2010, and he got to the point where I was like, you know what? If he wants to leave, let him go. Then I'm not having a player who doesn't want to be there. And I had my head set on that he was going to Barcelona or Man City at that time, and I was like, right, if we could get the right money, we can invest in the player, and we can get a new striker, boom, and we can move forward.
Yeah, but you had a better team than Tottenham.
Sorry?
You had a better team at the time than Tottenham have now.
2010, yeah.
You know.
All right, team, you know what I mean? It was,
Was Wayne Rooney ever the same after that?
eh?
Was he ever the same player after that?
To be fair, he did have a good season, you know what I mean? 11-12 season, he scored 36 goals after that. You know what I mean, he faded towards maybe after the title-winning team. Then he faded after that, 2013, he became a midfielder. But some people are actually likening it towards Wayne Rooney.
What do you mean likening in how?
Sorry?
What, likening how? What now?
In terms of now, he's more kind of like drifted towards a midfielder rather than a striker. He's picking up positions in midfield. Look, you only got to look at where he is now. So, and that's what Wayne Rooney did. He operated more as a 10 towards the end of his career.
That's interesting.
So.
So then-
brilliant.
so
by
then-
James.
So then,
So good, innit? Look at give it him. Oh, I should not hug that,
so sorry, then let me.
Sterling into
Sterling, Kane,
looking
get
for the
yourself a
hat trick.
hat-trick. Oh,
Nearly finds it.
Speaking of Wayne Rooney, side, what did you think about when he came out and he said, "I never dived"? Is that the worst lie in
oh
football?
my God.
He said, "I've never dived." What do you think about that?
Lee, how do you cope with this, man?
What do you mean? How did
Oh
go with
my
it?
days.
Go on, Saeed. Go
Where
on.
is this gonna end?
He said, "I never dived." Now, if that's not the biggest lie in football, I don't know what is.
Big up EM saying,
fair, I
my
don't think it was
Habisha
a
brother,
dive, but-
remember when I arm wrestled you when you used to go ECFC? Oh, yeah, I remember that, Church. Yeah, big up yourself. Big up Lee, by the way, loving the new podcast with Robbie.
Yeah, I like that, man. It's good.
cheers,
Oh yeah,
man.
yeah,
Thank you
well
very
done,
much.
Lee. Well
Very
done.
We need to
done,
do
Judge.
one Invincibles or the 99.
Big up Flawless as well, my G.
Which was a better era. Maybe we need to do that.
The Invisibles or what? Or the night?
On the
Or,
99,
All right,
the treble.
what
the treble team?
Am I missing any
Treble
others?
team.
I always think like both unique in their own,
Yeah, of course,
in their own
yeah.
different ways.
But you did have a lot of draws in this.
yeah.
Let's get something right about that.
We had 12 draws after we won the League of White Lane.
It wasn't
and it doesn't
pretty
matter, we had
football as
12
well.
million.
It wasn't
we
pretty
still went
football.
unbeaten.
I
He was
think-
pretty enough to go unbeaten.
I think if you look back at that, when you've got something to go for, it's a little bit different.
Exactly.
when say
can't
like
believe people try to criticise
say it's
draws.
1-1 with 10 minutes to go, right, let's go for it, and we could possibly lose this game or we keep the run going. So I think we did protect it, and that's why we got a few more draws. So say if we'd have lost the game, say if we'd have lost a game, I think Arsenal would have won that league with a lot more points. It was just that the fact of the matter is, well,
I don't think that will ever be
I remember against Portsmouth, we was
Just like the
overrun
treble.
by Portsmouth, weren't we, at one stage? Got it back to 1-1, and then let's go and kill them. And we went.
Treble could happen
And then
again.
you remember, and you
We
remember,
were sort of held back, didn't we?
and you remember what happened when Benny Yakubu went 1-on-1 with Jens, and we all said this is it, and Jens saved it,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
the rest is history.
Yeah. So I think there
You
is a
can't do
little...
the treble,
Kane.
and also Chelsea can't win.
Oh, Sterling's still on.
And Chelsea can't win 3 in a row.
What, Champions Leagues?
You never win 3 in a row.
What leagues?
How about you win 1 in a row, bro? You man are struggling for any trophies right
listen,
now.
man,
Your
we
trophy
just
drop's
love that
about to be
song,
as
man.
big as theirs.
We just love that
Used
song,
to
man.
be.
What was that?
I said
So
his trophy trop's as big as you lot used to be.
we're all
Well,
like
no,
Arsenal,
I was
Chelsea
bigger.
and Man United here. Like Man United have got the treble. Chelsea got the most points, didn't they?
Least goals conceded. We had the most points, but the Centurions took it.
Yeah, City took that, didn't they? That's right, like, you know.
Yeah.
And we got Invincibles.
And the Invincible. So
So it's not bad.
listen,
It's
I
not
think to
bad.
go through a season unbeaten.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I understand. You know what it is here? I respect the Centurion season as a Premier League, but for me, if you talk about the special season, for me, there's no special season than '99.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, for you.
But the
That's for
Centurion
you.
in terms of Premier League,
For you.
that is, you have to respect that.
But Saeed, that's for you. For me, it's the Invincibles.
Come on, man.
What do you mean? Don't tell me.
that is the
How
real
can you
flawless,
tell
by
me?
the
Come
way.
on. How can
Listen,
you
I'll
tell
say-
me?
Invincibles,
I'll be honest.
or winning the Champions League, the Premier League, and the FA Cup.
What did you say about Gareth Southgate? Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
No, I
Didn't
think,
you? Didn't you say that?
Yeah.
I think
So
what's your
whatever,
point?
the way is
No,
the
no,
way
no,
is.
what's your point?
The way is. My point is that obviously things could be changed, but if you say you have this, we're happy to stay the invisible tag because no one can tell us nothing.
I don't understand that point. Then. What
Nobody
have you
can.
said there, mate?
Okay, so you
When
said.
you look back at that
what
old
I'm
track-
saying is that.
Where's a penalty kick away from
anything
knocking
could
that
change.
we should, you know.
Anything could change. Anything could change. But the way it is, the way it is. We got an invincible, like you saying, Paul, the greatest.
I want to, you know, listen,
Invincible.
come on, man, this is
And the funny
nothing
thing is,
better.
and see, you sided, right?
I
You
would
say,
have took a defeat. I
Go on,
would
say
have
something.
took
Wait, I'll come in,
I would
I'll
have
come
took a defeat. And
What,
to
to win the
beat
Champions League?
Chelsea in that quarter final.
Nice
Yeah,
back heel
quarter
to
final.
James. Into Kane. Oh, that would have been a dirty
Harry
assist.
Kane, the best striker in North London.
And to
Yeah.
have won the
Well, he's not gonna be in North
the
London for
Champions
much longer, is
League
he?
and the Premier League, but
But the
Yeah.
way
it
it is, the way it
weren't
is.
to be, you know.
And the thing is,
But it's a phenomenal defeat, but just not better than ours. That's all we can say.
well, listen,
And
all I
time
can
is-
say is that it's the
Yeah, say
best. It is the best achievement in the league.
Just
But
say yeah,
we've,
though.
I never
Invincible.
questioned Man
The best team in the
United.
league. So you can't even.
I never
Don't
questioned-
try it. No, but you should.
I never questioned Man United.
I nearly got that out
I
of
never
him,
questioned
you know.
Man United
I nearly
winning the
got that out of him.
league that year because when you win the league, you win the league.
Well,
They were
even if
very,
they
very
cheat.
lucky to win the FA Cup, and
Yeah.
they were very, very lucky to win the Champions League.
Champions- and they were
But I
lucky to
never
win the
ever
league as well.
turned around and say they were very lucky to win the
They
league.
were
because
very
after-
lucky to win the league. Very lucky.
Well, not really. They deserved it because
No, they didn't.
They did. They've got the
They
most
did not
points.
deserve
Side.
it. They did not deserve it.
Our double in 2008. I thought that was special.
Listen, Lee. Anybody can get points when they cheat, can't they? Because I can remember.
Listen,
Yeah,
you've
wait,
got to
wait.
give Man United credit.
Give credit where it's due.
No, hold on.
Be the better man.
Hold on.
Be the better man.
Give
like Lee,
credit where
and give credit where it's due.
Are you listening to Saeed saying that?
Where's the
but we
popcorn
had
at, man?
12 draws. How dare you? We had 12
Well,
draws.
that's
How
easy.
dare you?
Yeah,
How
well,
dare
well,
you?
I'll put
We
that
went
to- I'll put
unbeaten.
that to
We
credit
went
where it's due,
unbeaten.
man.
We won the
Be
league.
the better
and
man
we're
like
like
Lee, Joseph.
That is
Give
like
credit
you
where it's due.
trying to win at the A-Hat. Don't even
Why
try
can't you give
it.
credit where it's due?
Don't try it.
Why can't you? Let me ask you a question. Why can't you give credit where it's due?
Are you giving us credit by saying you had 12 draws? Is that credit?
No, but I have said it's
You're
a
trying to pick at it.
No, no,
Listen
no,
up.
no, no.
You're trying to pick
Calm
at
down,
it. You're
I
trying
said
to pick
I
at
said to
it.
New Jersey now, yeah. It's a
Don't try
phenomenal
it.
I said it's a phenomenal
You
feat.
are-
Can I
Yeah,
finish?
Go on.
I said it's.
But you
I
had-
said, yeah,
but
it's
yet
a
you had 12
phenomenal
draws.
feat.
But yet you had 12 draws.
Look, can I not say something, please, mate?
For a little man, he puts it about, doesn't he?
Yeah, man. I said yeah, it's a phenomenal feat. No matter what, Arsenal's invincible. It's a phenomenal feat, but just it's not quite as big as the 99.
For
That's what it's-
you, okay, for you.
For all Arsenal fans, I think.
No, not really, because when we have the conversation, look, you've got me, you and Lewis. Anytime I argue with Chelsea, Liverpool and Manchester City, Chelsea fans will say, "Where's your European Cup? Where's your Invincibles?" It ends.
Where is your European Cup? Yeah.
Okay, where's your Invincibles? So we could just start it now. And for Manchester United fans, they'll say, "Have you won the league 20 times?" I said,
wouldn't mind.
We went unbeaten.
Let me ask
so
you a
that
question.
is,
Let me
that
ask
is
you a
the
question.
main stumbling
Let me
point
ask
for
you a
us.
question.
Anybody can win.
I'll
a
be
Euro-
honest, yeah.
The
Would you-
European Cup isn't like the best team in Europe.
Exactly.
Let's get that right.
Exactly.
Let's get that right.
Exactly.
What was
He's
that?
right.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
We saying Chelsea are the best team
No,
in
I'm
Europe.
saying to
when
win the
Chelsea won it,
European
Lewis,
Cup doesn't
I
mean
think-
to say that you're the
I think you
best
ended up
team.
fifth, isn't it?
You're the best
In
team in Europe.
Europe.
You ended up fifth. When they won-
It's a cup
yeah, you ended up fifth
competition.
the season
You have to
before,
have a
but the
little
season
bit of
before.
luck along the way, and it's a great
Let me ask you a
competition to
question.
win.
Let me ask you a question, Ty. Yeah.
Go on.
And you have to be very, very honest. Yeah. Are you gonna do that?
It depends what question it is.
Come on, man, please.
Because
Lee
Manchester United
said now
fans
he would-
don't
would
know
you
nothing
take
about honesty.
one loss, and then you'd win the European
No.
Cup. Hey.
There's
No.
a poll now in the
Well,
comment
hold on a
section.
minute.
Let us know what
Oh.
club had the bigger achievement, Chelsea, Arsenal,
Hold
or
on a minute,
Manchester
Ty. But you
United.
have to be honest, man.
I'm
We're not
honest,
here to kind
and
of.
the answer is
Listen,
no.
listen, I'll tell you what.
answer is
The
no.
Invincibles. Let's get
Are
this
the
right.
greatest.
We could have and should have
won more.
won the bloody
Yeah,
treble that year. We played
should have
Man
won more.
United, which Arsene Wenger, by the way, has admitted now when he played the bloody reserve side in the
And they
semi-final
got
of the
kicked off
FA
the park
Cup.
as well.
You know,
And they got kicked off the park as well at Villa Park. They
That's
did.
down to Arsene Wenger
Exactly.
picking the
Referee.
team that he done that day.
No,
It was-
but
Again, we
he
blame
got
the
kicked
referee
off the
for
park.
us. We got put a week
and
in
he
time
picked that
No.
team.
Why?
And we battered
Play
you.
it.
Sterling over the
Kane.
top.
Oh,
Is that
no.
on goal?
Oh.
He picked that team on the back of the Champions League game on
Yeah.
the Wednesday.
On the Wednesday, yeah.
And we messed that up.
No, we didn't.
There
We
was
got
a-
kicked off the park, if I remember correctly.
So I've asked you a question again, Ty. Would you
The
take?
answer is no. Okay, the answer is no. End
No,
of
in
no.
hindsight now, I would never change the.
But if you had a choice to,
Huh?
if you could go back
No,
time.
I'll keep the Invincibles now.
Oh, thank
No,
you.
no, but at that time, you know what I mean? Like,
At that time, yeah. That's
I'd
what I'm
have
saying,
took-
yeah.
I was furious that day when we played. I'll never forgive Arsene Wenger for that. That day that he chose, you've gone all the way through the cup.
Oh, what a goal. There's the Kane hat-trick.
What
That's
a
incredible.
goal!
That's incredible.
That's a great finish, that.
That is unbelievable.
That's what
Harry
he want-
Kane.
that's what he want
the
me to do
best
for-
striker in North London. I said it and I'll say it again.
You wish he was.
He's
You
the
wish he
best.
was.
You seen that?
You
Can I back me
wish
and
he
do that?
was. You wish he was.
Can I back me and do
Glad you
that?
said North
Can
London,
Manchester
by the way.
United have an invincible team?
Can I back me
I'll
and do
tell you
that?
Can
what.
Manchester United have an invincible team?
Look at this time.
Oh, damn, so
I'll
don't
tell you
try
what.
this
This is
anything.
greatness.
Man
Greatness
United,
in the
Man
business,
United,
the greatest.
Man United should go through as well.
Deflection, but you know we'll move.
No, they'll never go with
Did
Ronaldo.
he hit his other foot? No, it's a deflection.
Oh, deflection.
Atsi says, ask Ty if Ajax are a bigger club than Arsenal. They have 2 invincible seasons and
There you
4
go.
Champions
Well, in the
Leagues.
Premier League. If I've got invincibles in the Premier League, then the answer is no. Because I haven't got. We're talking about the Premier League.
Invincibles.
Yeah, we're talking about the Premier League. We're not talking about the
that an own goal, isn't it?
Eredivisie.
Is it an
We're
own
talking about the
goal?
Premier
It's
League.
going over
Do you
the
see what I
bar,
mean?
you know?
See,
Oh.
this is what I
Over
find.
the bar, that.
This is what I find interesting. When I said we've got unbeaten, they said, "Oh, Celtic have got unbeaten." We're not talking about Scottish League. We're not talking about Eredivisie. We're talking about the Premier League. Okay, so don't bring other leagues
TB
into it.
also says, shout out to 12 Draws FC, champions.
Yeah, that's right. And
Ty, calm
yet
down,
we
man.
went invincible. Yet we went unbeaten. We had 12 million draws and we still went
Who was
unbeaten.
that person? Who was that person?
I hope that was a
Said
super
that,
chat.
TB,
That was a
yeah.
super
TB.
chat.
Yeah.
Big on you, TB.
Well done, TB.
You're a legend.
TB.
We
But
love
yeah,
you,
but
TB.
yeah, but
We
yeah,
do.
we got a gold trophy like you said, Bolt, the greatest. You wish you had that, TB. You wish you. But you can't.
Yeah, you can't beat
You can't.
Yeah,
Only
yeah.
greatness is bestowed
No,
on
but
the
you know what
Invincibles.
is it, Ty? I respect that because you believe in your team and you think that's the best feat. So
He's
fair
the
play
best
to you,
thing
man.
for us. He's the best thing
Yeah,
for
yeah,
us.
yeah.
Yeah, but guys, get
Nothing's
your
happened
votes
since
down
as well.
in the poll in the comment section as well. Right now, it's
12 draws. I wish it was
Manchester
12
United
I wish it was
that
12
are
billion
winning.
draws.
So get
Yeah.
your votes in and let's see if we can change that.
I think at the end of the day,
What's the
the,
poll?
tr-
Who's winning the poll?
the treble,
Man
and I think
Yeah,
Man,
that's
I
it.
think
Yeah, that's
Man
It's
City,
the only thing they're winning.
Man,
yes, Paul.
Man City could go very close to winning
It's going on
3 trophies.
Oh,
They've
they
nearly
won
done
the
it
treble.
before.
They won
Only
the
Man
treble.
City could do it for me.
And
Man City have done the treble. But they obviously didn't win Champions League.
Obviously,
They won
it's a
the
fake treble,
Domestic
isn't it?
treble.
Domestic trouble, yeah. But no one cares because you know it's Man City.
Akash
I
says,
wouldn't
if
say
I
that.
if I get an option of going unbeaten the whole season or getting a treble, I'll always go for the treble. That's completely
Yeah, of course
logical
you
without
would.
any
Of course you would.
disrespect.
But that's
Aye,
using
any-
it.
any person would.
Invincibles all day. To have a gold trophy like you said, Bolt, and be the greatest, we'll choose that. Okay? So that means your opinion doesn't count for
You
nothing.
can't knock a
just
treble,
kidding.
can you?
No,
Like,
come
I
on,
mean,
Ty.
like,
I'm only kidding.
I mean, it's all about winning trophies, isn't it?
No, I'm not.
At the end of the day, it's all about.
I'm not dissing the treble. But what is so
You are
funny?
dissing the treble.
I'm not dissing the treble. What I find interesting is that when Manchester United won the treble, as soon as we got the Invincible now, they suddenly say, oh no, but the Invincible's nothing. But yet, when we, oh look at us, we're so great, no one can touch us. As soon as we get the Invincibles now, oh, but the Invincible's not nothing. Because they're so gutted that they didn't do it. That's why. You think if Manchester United won the treble and gone unbeaten, no one will talk about 12 draws. Nobody will talk about 12 draws. Nobody talks about the fact that in that game, you made a good point. When they were playing Bayern Munich, they were getting absolutely, because I watched the game, they were getting bossed and totally controlled by Lothar Matthäus. And then all of a sudden...
They took him off, didn't they?
Exactly. Otmar Hitzfeld said, you know what? I'm going to have a brainwave. I'm going to take off the best player on the pitch. And then what happened? Beckham, Keane, but they all came through because all of them were in Matthäus' pocket. But when he went off now, he had to let them out. And that's how they won the game. And also, Matthäus Sammer hit the bar at 1-0. So if that gone, they would have lost.
He wasn't great at finishing.
What's that?
I'll just agree with you.
Agree with me about what?
Yeah. that he didn't work out.
So what I'm saying, I'm saying, luck plays a big part of everything. But the thing about it is that what I find with Manchester United fans that they can't take, and you are one of them, Saeed, is that you want all the glory when you win, but as soon as another team wins, you don't want to give them credit. Because for you to say, how many defeats did you have?
The Invincibles was a great achievement.
No, but Lewis,
I didn't say that.
What did he say? The first thing he said, you had 12 draws. That's the first thing he said.
Doesn't discredit what I said, though.
So
It doesn't discredit what I said.
that to me means
I was making
that
a
you're
point.
trying to
Is it
discredit.
factual?
You're trying to
Is it
discredit
factual, yes or no,
Invincibles.
though?
You're
Is it
trying to
factual?
discredit.
No, I'm not discrediting.
Is it factual that we won the league at White Hart Lane? Don't try it.
I don't care about Tottenham.
Yeah, well then. You just said they got the best strike in North London, so you do care then.
No, I'm talking about now, though.
Okay then,
I'm
so
not
you do
again,
care.
You know what I mean? I'm not talking about the past
For
again.
you to say you had 12 draws shows that you're trying to
I'm not
discredit
discrediting
because
it.
you lot couldn't do it.
Guys, I can't lie, it's been great arguing through this. But while we let you guys continue this, here's a look at what to expect over the next week on the Don Robbie channel as we build up to the next weekend and the return of Premier League football.
Yes.
To your team's latest news. That's quite hard to say. Where will be?
discussing?
Where I've forgotten the whole thing already.
Just go with it.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Hey guys, I'm Abby and this is the weekend Premier League preview show right here on the Don Robbie channel with myself and of course Flex.
Yeah.
Score predictions.
Yes.
Tell me.
Arsenal are going to do that Arsenal thing where everyone expects them to lose, their own fans expect them to lose. They should lose,
Yep.
but I don't think they will, and I think it's going to be 1-1.
Norwich are going down, surely. They are going down.
You would imagine
at
so.
this moment in time.
Sorry, any Norwich fans, you're probably thinking the same thing. Well, we'll be discussing the latest Premier League games coming up for that weekend, your team news, and making our predictions. Make sure you guys tune in, don't miss out. That was perfect.
Well, guys, welcome back onto the
back.
Don Robbie channel, and at the risk of restarting this debate, I'm going to read out a few of the super chats. Elvis54 first off says the only stat that matters in an invincible team is the losses. Being zero don't matter.
Hold on, Luz. Can we just stop it? Can we just stop it there? Because already he or she's contradicted himself. If you lose, you're not going to go and beat it. So that doesn't make any sense.
Hi, it's an Arsenal fan super chat.
I know.
Yeah, and it still doesn't make no sense.
No, but he's praising you.
You say the only stat that matters in an invincible team is the losses being zero. It doesn't matter how many wins or draws. Yeah. And then he says,
yeah, there's the note. That's all that matters.
Sorry, Matt. I'll take that back. Sorry.
All that matters is the note.
Put the guns down for a second.
I know, man.
Everyone
That's
goes.
what Arsenal.
The verbal guns, they're ready for Saeed.
Joe Eaton also says, big up the whole panel. Ty, where'd you get your outfit from? I really like it. Jokes, take it off. You look better in a Spurs outfit.
Oh.
What did you say? Listen, if I put this Spurs outfit
Don't
on
rattle
me,
him, man. Come
I
on, guys.
would then have to be as profligate and as unambitious as Tottenham. So no, I think I'd rather wear this and have the most FA Cup
super chats
and
are
have an invincible
rolling.
team.
Big up all you guys. Destiny Freeman first says Kanu or Demba Ba or Berbatov. That's a random assortment of
That's
defenders
interesting.
attackers, but
Kanu,
I have to go for Berbatov.
Berbatov was a quality player, wasn't he?
Wow.
Technique.
Kanu could
Oh yeah, but he played for Manchester United as well. I should have known. He played for Manchester United as well as Tottenham.
Kanu had unbelievable checkers, I've got to say.
You go for Berbatov over Wanku.
I don't think Kanu was really. I think he was just a.
Yeah, but Berbatov was good, man. But I don't think he's better than Wanku.
Both you know what I mean.
Did Kanu play regularly for Arsenal?
No, he wasn't a regular.
The
reason he wasn't a regular because he had like people like Bergkamp and Henry in front of him, which
we had Rooney.
You're not going to bet. Berbatov wouldn't have been a regular.
Yeah, but Berbatov also played for Fulham, didn't he?
Berbatov only played consistently in the 10-11 season.
10-11 season, also 2008.
Yeah, he had a great season for Spurs one year as well. He was all. Do you know what Arsenal tried to sign him as well before that? Yeah.
Really?
He would have done better coming to the Arsenal.
Well, he went to Fulham, didn't he?
Anish says, question for Ty and the panel, next season, treble or invincible? Next season, treble or invincible?
What would you rather have?
I'd rather have treble invincible. That's what I'd rather have.
Yes,
so
one or the other.
I'd have both.
Well, I think we're dreaming here. I'd like dreaming. One, we can't get it. We can't.
I don't see anybody.
Get to the Champions
You
League.
won't answer that question because you have allegiances.
Huh?
You won't answer that question because Arsenal are invincible, won't you?
Say that again.
So you won't answer that question one or the other because Arsenal are invincible.
What would you like to have? What would you have now? Another treble or an invincible?
Treble all day.
I'd have an invincible.
Treble.
To do it again would be incredible. So why not?
Have to be treble for me.
Yeah.
3 trophies at the end of the season. That matters.
3
more
times
No,
to
but
me.
if you've already won the treble, would you like to become an invincible or?
Not really.
Yeah, of
If
course
we
they
won
could.
the treble first,
Because
then
they
I would
couldn't
go
do
for
it, Lee. Because they couldn't do
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying. Like, they've won the treble, man.
Lee,
Like,
look,
they like to go invincible.
But for me, it's like what matters more is the trophies that you got at the end of the season. You go invincible, you still just have 1 trophy.
No, you don't, Lewis. Remember, we had two. We had the Premier League trophy and the gold trophy. That's what people forget. That's why when I say Usain Bolt, we had a gold trophy that was given
So
to
you got
Arsenal.
given 1 Premier League trophy and then
And a gold trophy,
they
a
got
gold trophy.
Is that what the replica?
Yes,
Is that replica?
this is what people forget. That's why, because people said to me, "Did you get 2 trophies?" Yes, we did. But people seem to forget that we
No,
got
for the
a
record,
gold
though,
trophy.
hold on a minute. For the record, you get 1 Premier League trophy.
What would you
get
prefer?
two with the gold trophy.
Real honest question, right?
Yeah.
You've got a choice now: Champions League or Premier League. What would you go for?
Premier League.
So even though we've never won the European
We'd go
Cup,
for the Champions
I'd always go for the Premier
Because we
League.
won.
Yeah.
No, for
Really?
me, I'd
Let's
go
go for-
Champions League.
What, over the league?
Yeah, winning the Champions League, nothing feels better than that, honestly. And it's the biggest competition in Europe for me, as opposed to the biggest competition in
Premier League, you
England.
know why? Because you're watching it the whole season, and at the end of it, you get to see. You know what I mean? It's a good feeling at the end, at the ground. You know what I mean? Whereas at the European one, it's only a section of fans can come and celebrate at that moment.
But that's what makes it more special as well, if you're there and
Yeah,
you're
I
part
understand
of
that.
it.
I understand that. But
Like,
for me,
I've seen us win the Premier League and the Champions League, and the Premier League was craziness in itself. The Champions League literally had me crying the whole second half
more so
about
now
it.
when the level of Europe isn't as high as it was 10 years ago. And the Premier League is more higher in terms of Man
I think
City.
it's
agree with
harder
what you
to
say
win the
about the
Premier
level,
League than
but
the
the
Champions
compared-
League at the moment.
Sorry?
I think it's harder to win the Premier League than the Champions League at the moment.
Yeah, is that what I'm saying there?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that what
I
I'm
don't
saying
know.
there,
I feel like there's a great chance of slip-ups for both, to be honest. I think the competitiveness in Europe's gone up as well.
Not really. It's only Man City, Liverpool, and Bayern Munich and Chelsea.
At the top, but I mean in terms of slip-ups,
Real
in terms of
Madrid,
teams that can get a
about
result
PSG?
against you guys, there's a lot more
PSG
teams
is
that
not
can
as good as they were a
5.
couple of years ago.
No, but look at
Barcelona's certainly not as good as
Yeah,
what
but
they
look
were
at
a few
PSG's
years
front
ago.
three now.
Real Madrid is certainly not as good as
Yeah,
what
but
they
look
were a
at
few
PSG's
years
front
ago.
three now.
And I'll tell you what now, like you had other teams like from when you go into Spain, like they
We
had
had a
like
serious
Valencia
manager, we'd be in it.
were a top side going back a few
Yeah,
years
tough.
back. You know, a few of the German teams that like, you know, you'd bet yourself against most German teams now, wouldn't you?
Well, I don't know about that.
Who?
If you was playing like Chelsea, for instance, so I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
you'd back yourself against any
I think
other
the
German
Premier
team.
What, even by a minute?
Apart from Bayern,
In
that's what I'm saying.
in a one game, in the space of one game, I'd back this Chelsea team against anybody.
But
they
I
are
think-
capable of getting a
yeah.
result, and we don't concede goals.
I think
Well,
Premier
rarely.
League
You've got
teams.
Burnley game and everything.
If I think the Premier League teams, okay, I'm not going to put United in there because their manager's not serious. But if you look at Chelsea, City, and Liverpool, they'll be in that quarter-final area, and that's why I think Premier League is harder to win because you've got these level of teams.
Well, I'll go further to say that. I'll pick one of them that one of them will win it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're not just in the quarter. One of them will win it.
Liverpool
Now,
or Man City, I'm going for to win it.
I don't think you can ever. right off Chelsea. Chelsea at
just
the moment,
sly, innit?
They've not got.
They're a bit like, you know what I mean? Like,
They've not got Lukaku clicking at the moment. If that
We're
clicks,
talking about Chelsea being sly. So what are you doing with Chelsea?
I'm not to think Chelsea sly, but they just somehow managed to kind of like.
They somehow got the luck that you got. That's what it is.
do you know what? The only time
They somehow got the luck that you
Chelsea
got.
got outplayed by City. That was the only time I haven't seen any other team do that.
No, I don't think they got
This
outplayed.
season?
Yeah.
No, we did get outplayed, but it was the setup.
But again,
The
if
1-0.
it's
The 1-0.
We set up in a
tactics, though.
we set up in a 5-3-2
Yeah, I
and we just
think he
couldn't
made a
connect the
mistake
midfield
there,
to the
didn't he?
attack.
But like that's the only time I've seen Chelsea completely outplayed for a very, very long while.
And the Bayern Munich one, they shouldn't have won that. The amount of chances that Bayern Munich had. Petr Cech kept them in the game. You know, so that's why I'm on about
No,
sly.
not just Czech as well. The defence in itself.
Yeah.
Cahill and Louise had absolute masterclasses.
Yeah.
Ryan Bertrand in his Champions League debut.
There
Him
you
and
go.
Ashley Cole were keeping Ribery quiet.
There you go. They have two left backs.
But it's about the team, and we're really good at setting up as a team. Same with the defence now for the Champions League.
That's why I said
final
it's
run
sly,
too.
innit? It's like kind of like it's getting the job done, innit? Which for me, each to their own, innit? But
So if you was a betting man, who would you bet on for the champion? Who would you say Champions League?
PSG. They're not that I'll bet.
Is that who you're going to go for? PSG?
Yeah. If they don't win, I'll be shocked because that front three is unbelievable.
I for me personally, just think they're the Premier League teams for me, just because of the fact that they have it's more competitive the Premier League. So then, you know, when they go against the kind of bigger teams, they're ready. You know, and I think that's what gives them the kind of the impetus at the end. So
So who are you going to go for though?
I am going for
Basically, like one of your
Liverpool.
rivals, like
Liverpool to win it.
Really?
Yeah. I just think
I was impressed with him, by the way, against
yeah, but
Madrid, weren't they?
it's different when
absolutely
you're
tore him apart, didn't they?
yeah.
They tore him apart.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna go
Cyrus
for,
says the real
Chelsea?
I think Chelsea have a good chance of making the
Yeah.
semis, but for me, in favourites, like Chelsea would be up there. Liverpool, City, PSG,
Yeah.
Bayern.
I think if
one of those
City
five.
were to sign Harry Kane in January,
Yeah, they did, yeah.
then I would lump on City.
Yeah.
I
This
think
Hurricane though, which Hurricane? The England Hurricane or Tottenham Hurricane?
Well, it'd be the England Harry Kane as soon as he signs for Man City.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
That's what he'd do. That's like the equivalent
know.
when he's playing like, I'm not being horrible, when they're playing Crystal Palace, when they're struggling to score a goal, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cyrus says the real question is, what's more likely to be repeated, a team going invincible or a team winning a treble?
None is what I'll say to that. None of them. None of them will be repeated again.
I think Man City could do the treble. if
No,
they were
I
serious.
don't think it'd be done. I think
No.
you've got to have talent, but you've also got to have a lot of damn luck for that, and they did.
Exactly.
And I think the Invincibles, well, I think you
Yeah,
know,
they've got luck as well.
The level of quality is
yeah.
better. Back in the, no disrespect, but there weren't teams that were going to press
Well, I
you
think
up.
there's 6 or 7 teams now that can beat each other in the Premier League.
There you go. Back in the day, there weren't.
Probably 4 or 5 then back then.
No
you know.
disrespect, there was Coventry in them back in the day. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, well,
now.
every game's.
It doesn't matter.
I think every
difficult.
game's difficult in the Premier League now. Like,
No, I'm on
as
about
it's
back
been
in the
for-
day, though.
But
Yeah,
yeah, there's
Coventry
times you. But
Coventry
listen,
weren't around then.
you know, we had a difficult game against Portsmouth, twice against Portsmouth.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't beat them, did we?
No, we didn't. Well, we didn't. No, we didn't. That's right. No, we
We
didn't.
drew them both times. So,
1-1 twice. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Who scored? Thierry, penalty, and Jose. God rest his soul. Antonio Reyes.
yeah, so it's
At Fratton Park.
you know, like if you look back on it, on Saturday, I thought when we're Arsenal players, I said, well, Chelsea against Burnley, that's a gimme. It was a gimme, you know what I mean? Like, and then all of a sudden, like Chelsea kept missing chance after chance,
Yeah.
and you think like, whoa, and they end up losing. The
They end
week
up
before that, Crystal Palace versus Man City, like the bookies are having a laugh at the minute,
Yeah, I know.
like, because like no one would have thought that would have happened.
Yeah, but don't forget,
Oh,
Man
we
City
just
had the
kicked off
players.
as well for the second half.
But Man
Yeah.
City had the players sent off, didn't they?
Yeah, and of course then like, also Liverpool against Brighton. If you'd have said, well, Liverpool would win that.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that Liverpool dropped points.
Yeah. You know what,
Prasanna says, question to all of you. Big up Prasanna, by the way.
up,
Earliest
yeah, big
stadium memories of supporting your club. My first game was Chelsea-Burnley in the 4th round of the Carling Cup in 08-09, and we lost on penalties. That was fun.
Oh,
All right.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lee, what was yours?
I can't remember my first game, to be honest. Like, I was only young when my dad used to take me over the Arsenal.
What, first game gone off earliest memories?
Earliest memories.
Oh, earliest memories was like going into the clock end with my dad. They didn't have a roof at the clock end then. And I used to moan because like he wanted to be in the North Bank where it was with the roof and all that, like, you know. And the bloke, do you remember the old bloke who used to come down with the peanuts and all that?
Yeah, of course.
And that was like a treat. The dad would give me some the old peanuts, get that. Yeah. And then like it'd be drizzling, and with rain and all that, like, and getting soaking wet. Those are, you know, that. And do you know what? I'd love to go back to those days.
Of course.
The young league judges, eh?
Yeah.
Yes. Before the corruption. Just kidding.
I had hair then as well.
Yes. A full head of hair.
Full head of hair.
Oh, so we've seen. For me, it's I think one of the earliest has got to be 78, 89. 78, 79.
So you think it's going to go up?
When we beat Manchester United in that 3-2. Manchester United again. Sorry, Saeed. Another time when we battered you. When we beat Manchester United 3-2 in that game, when we were 2-0 up in 10 minutes with a goal by Brian Talbot and Frank Stapleton.
And that's your first memory?
No, I didn't go. But I'm saying.
You just said the first game you went there.
Yeah, no.
I thought you said early memories.
It doesn't even listen to the question.
I thought you said games. I thought you said earliest memories of. Oh, actually, yes, it's 78. When I was 8 years old and we beat Leicester City 1-0, Alan Sunderland scored, and it was unbelievable because that day I went with.
Good player, Alan Sunderland. Underrated, wasn't he?
Me, my dad, and thing. Yeah. And basically, I was screaming, shouting, all that, and apparently
they haven't got a clue what we're on about.
I was on TV. No, they don't. I was on TV, but I was so tired I fell asleep. But my dad told me that they could hear me on TV shouting. So when I was 8 years old, unbelievable. We won 1-0. I think against Leicester City. Alan should have scored a hat-trick, but we won 1-0. So that's my earliest. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
My one was 2004, Wayne Rooney, debut for the battery. You know when he got the hat-trick.
Yeah, I remember that.
Is that your first sort of game?
Yeah, man, what a game. Honestly, we actually got tickets through a prize where the school got given tickets by United.
The school? Was your school?
So we literally primary school, yeah. And then we were given...
Oh, that's enough. Shut up, like.
Well, there you go.
Like that, right?
Exactly.
2004, when we went unbeaten. This is getting better and better, isn't it, Saeed?
Listen, don't ruin my memory. You know, this is supposed to be my memory, but honestly...
Was that when it was 6-2? I think it was 6-2.
What?
Was it 6-2 to you against Fenerbahce?
No. I think it was 4. Was it 4-0 or 3-0? Yeah, 3 or 4-0.
I think I remember.
We really got the
hat-trick.
Yeah. And yeah, what a day. You know what I mean?
I remember that. He got was it a free kick to get the hat-trick or something? The place went mad.
Unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable game. Literally, Old Trafford was rocking that day. It was a beautiful game, but yeah.
Who's the best player you've seen in a Man United shirt?
United, for me, it's got to be Paul Scholes, mate. It has to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. For me, what a player.
That's
just watching him live, it's even better because of the amount of times where he just dictates the game, his passing ranges, the vision he had. You know what I mean? He'd ping a ball over and he'd find like Wayne Rooney, and you'd be like, "What? How's he done that?" You know. So for me, it's got to be Paul Scholes. A lot of people say Ronaldo and all that, but for me, I was always a midfielder. I used to admire midfielders. That's why I loved Michael Carrick, but for me, Scholes is easily the best player I've seen. You know what I mean?
What about Chelsea? What's
best player I've seen live?
Chelsea player.
Has to be Eden Hazard. Hazard in his prime.
The
way the presence they used to have with the ball, the dribbling, close control, the intent and the end product as well, just everything. What a player, man.
Are you surprised how it's gone for him at Real Madrid?
We kind of predicted that he was always going to fall off a little bit early because of all the fouls and the injuries that he accumulated while he was at Chelsea. Mourinho's spoken about, Hazard's spoken about, and also because of the way he trains off the pitch as well. It was bound to happen, but even with that in mind, like, the quality's still there. It's just, I don't think the confidence in his own body's there anymore, which is a real shame because
that is a shame.
You can see as a player, like, the only thing that he's really lost is his legs. He hasn't got the quickness or the explosiveness that he used to have. But the dribbling ability's still there, the creativity's still there. I can't lie, I'd still take him back at Chelsea right now. Just
really?
We need that. We need that creativity.
Oh, yeah, to be
It's all
fair,
about
we're
Newcastle. It's sort of the rumours about Newcastle going on.
I can't
Yeah,
see that.
Newcastle are interested. I've heard rumours Chelsea are interested, but that's always going to happen because of our history. But if the only thing is the problem is the injuries. But as a player, he'd still inject creativity into our squad that we've been lacking.
Yeah.
And he knows how to play with Lukaku from international football, and none of our creators know how
Yeah.
to do that so far. Jeff Nissen says Steve Urkel knows AFG was miles ahead of Wenger. Big Steve's also
Steve
in the chat
Urkel.
saying Saeed with his
Why
free
you calling
tickets to
yourself-
Man
why
United
you
if
calling
he ate
yourself
all of his
Urkel
school
for?
dinner.
Sorry?
Big Steve said Saeed with his free tickets to Man United if he ate all his school dinner.
Well, it depends. we go. Big Steve's taking a piss there. But
What school do you go
um,
to in Manchester?
Sorry?
What school do you go to in Manchester?
Claremont, literally down Main Road. So
Wow.
literally.
So you're a City fan then?
No, we're not City fan. Everyone. You know what the thing is, yeah? Most of my family is City fans. So
Really?
basically, I could have easily been a City fan. Literally that
and
close.
you've been laughing today. But now you're Manchester United, you're crying. Oh, well.
No, I'm not crying.
We all can't
I'm
have
happy to be United
I'm
fan.
kidding. Yeah, go
But
on.
the reason I was a United fan because
Yeah.
basically when I was growing up, not everyone had like Sterling.
Sterling, that's a good tackle.
Not everyone had Sky boxes to watch the games.
That's
he
true,
calling
that's
him
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was minimal.
Yeah.
So my uncle had it in Moss Side area,
Yeah.
and everyone used to go there. And then so my brother took me, and I remember the early game I watched United. The first game was, you know when Henry volleyed it over the top. Was it 1-1 that game? Wasn't it?
1-0.
1-0.
Was it 1-0? Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
that's why I don't remember it. And that's when I just grew up with like United, and then
Really?
kind of there. But my whole area is City fan majority.
So you
majority
could,
of my
you could have been a Man City fan.
I could have easily been a City fan, yeah. Because it's only two. One of my older brother
That's
is
fascinating.
United, and all the rest of them, mate, City fans. So
Really?
could have easily tied the change, mate. Could he have easily been Tottenham or?
I could have, yeah.
Please leave the sofa now, please.
I was.
Please leave now.
My mum's side of the family are
Oh, yeah, you said it, you
all
said.
Spurs.
Yeah, you said it.
So my granddad used to, back in the day when I go, there weren't tickets and all that. So like, my granddad and that side of the family.
Smith
So
Rowe.
we're going to Spurs.
Emil!
So you go over to Spurs and watch Tottenham, and then the following week my dad would take me over to Arsenal. And
Wow.
you know, grew
Can you
up
imagine?
watching Spurs as well, like, you know what I mean? So, but then it got to the stage where you got to make a choice.
Absolutely.
Do you know
That's
what I
what
mean?
happened.
And
So,
I'll be honest, it was
Chilwell,
really
he's
like
got a bit of
Highbury,
space.
lot to do with Highbury and the red and
back
white
out.
shirts. Do
Yeah.
you know White Hart Lane wasn't. I don't know, like, Highbury never had the pylon floodlights. They had them on the roof.
Yeah.
And most grounds you go around at all had the pylons, and Highbury was just different. And I just thought that was one of the reasons, you know
Small,
what I
it
mean?
was kind of like, you know.
Tottenham's ground was a bit like other grounds. I thought, you know, I mean, weren't like Highbury, you know what I mean? So, and I'll tell you what, funny, maybe Spurs fans might agree with me on this. When you used to go to Spurs, it was a little bit dark, a little bit.
Okay.
It was all like.
Nothing changed.
It was, no, it was like, you know, like in the terracing and all that, it was hardly any lights. It was all like you were sort of standing in the dark.
Yeah.
But when you went over at Highbury, it was bright. And I know that
good
sounds
ball from
silly, but as a
Foden.
kid,
A bit like how the Tottenham team.
Oh,
played.
nearly.
I'm only kidding.
it's a bit like, you know, like, so
Oh, is that
I always
interesting?
found
That's
it was a
interesting.
bit, it weren't as, White Hart Lane weren't as spectacular as,
Well, nothing has changed, has it? No, I'm only kidding.
no, White Hart Lane is a great stadium. I
Yeah,
don't,
yeah.
I just say,
yeah,
but like,
it is, yeah.
I just remember it as a kid. In the terraces, it was like the lights were a little bit
I
dim.
can't
You
remember.
know what I mean? I know it
can't
sounds
remember.
silly.
So you haven't blocked up those terrible memories.
And the rest is
I
history.
wake up, you know what I mean?
No, that's quite interesting.
The rest is history, though, innit? You know what I mean? But I like it when there's a division in the family, when it's like United and City and Tottenham.
Oh, listen, we had like
I think
Christmases.
it's good.
I'm the only Chelsea fan in my family.
Is it?
Really?
So the rest of them?
Well, my dad's a neutral, just watches football for the love of it.
Yeah, same.
My
My dad is
uncle-
City and United.
Yeah, my uncle's a Arsenal fan, and all my cousins are United fans.
Oh.
Wow. So you're the only. That's
Only
amazing.
Chelsea fan.
Wow.
If I weren't Chelsea, I probably would have been Fulham. It was just
Yeah.
wherever was closest.
Oh.
But I was literally born down the road from
Yeah.
Stamford Bridge, so it has to be that.
Yeah. So when
Okay.
my dad, when City played, he'll support City just for the harmony, and then when United are playing, he'll support United. But then when on Derby Day, he's like, I'm not supporting.
It's
anyone.
I'm not involved.
It's
You
like
got to.
my mum supports both. You know,
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's
Like,
it.
I know it sounds silly, she's like, but you know, she'd always
Wow.
want Arsenal win for me, but because my brother's a Spurs
Brother,
fan.
exactly,
like,
yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So like,
Wow.
you know,
You
but
know,
back
this
in the
one
day,
harmony.
back in the day, going back a few years ago, Christmas time, it always used to be Arsenal Spurs, Boxing Day or Christmas Day, around that Christmas period.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's when all the family used to meet up. The only real time was at Christmas, where there'd be 30 or 40 of us at Christmas. You know what I mean? And of course, there was half, and that's when the banter used to start. It was never nasty. Unfortunately, with Arsenal and Spurs games now, it's become
Which is ridiculous.
very, very nasty.
And that's ridiculous. It's absolutely disgraceful.
But though we used to have banter and it used to be fun and all that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they come back and Spurs have won.
Yeah.
My
You know,
uncle would
yeah.
come in.
Ours is a bit, I'm not gonna lie to you, the last derby we had, it was a bit mellow. You know what I mean? And it wasn't really kind of like, didn't feel like a derby.
It's not. I suppose that it has
they're
changed a
bit
little
dirty
bit
now,
from
aren't
that. I remember going to Old Trafford and it was very hostile 10 years ago, but now you
So did I.
it's not this.
And it was great, especially when it was great. They tried to
What about
make
the
it hostile.
8-2? Was the
They
8-2
tried
great
to-
as well?
What, when we won the league?
The 8-2 when we
We won the
won
league.
the
With about
8-2.
three of our best players. And Silvan Vuto scored in the 57th minute. What a great
8-2 was
day.
humiliating, though.
Great day, son.
The 8-2 was humiliating.
So it was humiliating winning the league at your ground. in
Well,
front of your fans.
you were the
Your
better
fans
team in
watching
that
us
season,
celebrate.
though. You were the better
Your-
team in that season. But
What do you
this
mean?
one was humiliating.
Yeah, obviously, because we won the league.
Humiliating.
Yeah, but we humiliated you as well.
8-2.
Winning the league
But
at your ground.
be honest and all that. Like, I miss those games. Though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I
so
miss
do
that.
I, so
I
do
miss
I.
the rivalry, the rivalry and
Oh, James.
between Man United and Arsenal at that stage
Yeah.
was so intense. You know, you went up to Old Trafford and it was.
It was funny.
It was
fun. I loved it.
It
I
was
loved it.
rivalry because
we dared to-
we was the best two teams. It was
You know what it is now? Arsenal United is now the social media derby, let's be honest. It's the more of a kind of like,
Yeah, it's not got that edge to it.
Yeah,
now,
it
that
hasn't
edge.
anymore. I want it to come back, but
Do you know,
I
do you
don't
know,
think
do you
it'll
know,
come back like
do you
that
know
again.
when that edge started between Man United and Arsenal? That was when
we won the league.
no, it was the FA Cup
chill out.
quarter
Oh,
final.
yeah, when McClare...
Brian McClare missed a penalty in the last
Nigel
kick of the
Winterburn,
game. Nigel Winterburn
sarcastically applauded
had a
him.
go at him, and that's where it bubbled from. That thing there. That's what caused the '91 fracas.
Yeah, well, we had 2 points deducted and they only had one.
And also
and it just
Wenger and
fermented from there.
Yeah. The Wenger era was good. Alex Ferguson.
Well, when Alex Ferguson used to talk so much rubbish about him.
At the end of the day,
Right,
when you go back like Alex Ferguson, and I'll be really honest, he had it all his own way. at that
Because he
time.
cheated, that's
I don't know
why.
about that.
Because he
He did.
cheated. Because
No,
he
he
cheated.
cheated. No,
I don't know
Because he
about that, you
cheated,
know.
that's why. He cheated, that's why.
He was the
Arsene
main
Wenger has a
man
bit
in
of
all that,
mind
and then
games,
all of
though.
a sudden, Arsene Wenger come along
And threw him out of the way. And
No,
he
no,
didn't
I don't
like
think he
it.
threw it away.
I never forget, he said...
and that was the great thing about it. That was the great thing
It was
about
the great thing, yeah.
But
I
Kevin
felt like-
Keegan tried to do it, and he
Yeah.
slapped.
I can't lie
slapped
though,
down
I
Kevin
don't think
Keegan.
anyone shook Sir Alex more than Jose Mourinho did.
You'd say that.
Mourinho had him running scared at some point.
Yeah, but so did Arsene though. 'Cause
No, it was more like he'd win it and then United would go 3-peat again. And then he'd win it and then United would go
Arsene
win again.
Wenger was
Chelsea
so-
when they went back to back and
He was
United had
whinging
finished
though,
like
Arsene Wenger,
third 2
every
years in a
single
row.
time.
And Alex Ferguson didn't win.
No, but I'm saying Arsene Wenger, it's almost as if he wanted people to feel sorry for him every
And
time
Alex
in press
Ferguson
conference.
wanted
No,
people
hold
to-
on.
Do you know what?
That's
I,
a ball.
I
Go on,
disagree
James,
with that
on
with,
him,
with
on him,
Mourinho
no
because
chance.
I think at the end of the day,
Arsene got to him.
I
Ferguson.
think at the end of the day, Wenger got to him because it weren't about money. It was about,
And we
this
won the
is
league.
someone that didn't have the money,
Yeah.
and he said, when Mourinho come in there was a clout of the money, and so Ferguson probably would sit there and go, well, I can't really do anything about that because he's got. But with Wenger, it was like we shouldn't be. This team, these upstarts,
Yeah.
shouldn't be doing what they're doing. To
And
me.
you're right, they hate it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
Like-
I hear what you're saying. Because Wenger did that with a lot more limited funds. I can give you that.
And
Yeah.
I think that irritated
Ferguson, because like I said, Ferguson was used to cheating and getting away with it. But then a manager came in who's much cleverer,
I've
much
never seen a
more
manager.
humble.
We need a
Much
cheat counter on some of these
Yeah, I know.
watch-alongs, I
You
swear
So,
down.
and
You need to- you need to make
I
a-
remember I quote what Ferguson said. Ferguson said, who does he think he is? He's just come from Japan. He's going to win nothing. Then we won the league. And if I remember quite rightly,
did
we
Alex
had
Ferguson win
3
more?
games.
Did Alex Ferguson win more?
In 1999, in 97-98.
Did Alex Ferguson win more? Did Alex Ferguson win more?
Because
So he had every right to say that.
No, he didn't.
But I'll tell you what.
Why is where it come from got anything?
He wanted to retire, didn't he?
He said, and I quote, right, he said that in 97-98, he said, oh yeah, we've lost. I think we beat you 1-0 when Mark Overmars scored.
Yeah,
and he said, oh yeah,
Good
Arsenal
goal,
beat
good
us
goal.
with a much
season when you won the league.
experienced team, yeah. But he said that Arsenal will find out. They'll start losing games. We didn't lose a game that season.
Yeah, do you know what? That was the thing, because he did put the pressure on. He did put the pressure on.
He tripped over his mouth.
He did put the pressure on Kevin Keegan.
Because do you know?
And it worked.
It worked.
He tried that with Arsenal and he said,
and it didn't work.
It worked with Benitez
and he
as
said,
well.
they're bound to slip up, and Arsenal win and won every single game.
I don't think he did, Lewis.
And I think that got to his, that got to Ferguson.
No, don't you remember? Like they were top of the league in the 08-09 season. I think Ferguson said something about it. He went on this big rant about facts and shit.
Oh yeah, remember? Yeah.
And they just completely dropped the top spot.
But remember, Lewis, you remember what Ferguson said? This is why I'm saying how disgraceful it is. He said that there's something wrong with Benitez, and that to me was below the belt. No, remember, he said there's something wrong with it. Even though what Benitez said was true, he tried to imply there was something wrong with his mental state. And that's ridiculous. Okay, then look it up if you don't believe me.
No. What he tried to say was a bit
He done that with Kevin
Same
Keegan.
thing with Mourinho. It happens all the time.
Yeah,
It was a great thing that he done.
No, it wasn't great. No,
Listen, it was a great thing he done with Kevin Keegan.
No, it
He
wasn't
turned around and
great. No,
said,
it was not great.
let's see if Leeds play like they did against us today. It was a great.
No, it
It's
wasn't.
mind games though.
It was
Maybe
mind
Arsene
games.
Wenger didn't have that about him, and maybe that's
Yeah,
why
but
the
that's
reason
why
why.
we league-
What he done that
I
day
won
was
the
he
league on
basically
purpose.
turned around at Leeds and said, right, you're going to be right up for that game. Do you know what I mean?
That's what made the man he is, though, Alex Ferguson.
It was
and I
clever
think
stuff.
if Arsene Wenger had a bit about that in terms of his
A bit about
wittiness
what?
and the way he was kind of like
maybe.
maybe hold on a minute, if he was a bit more cunning and the way he was about
What, a
it,
bit more
I think that
cheating?
would have maybe made him the man he was.
Abraham's coming on for
No,
every
not
time.
about cheating, but I'm
Hey,
talking about
come
the
on,
way
Tammy,
his
let's
mind
go.
games were. Hurricane off. Did he get a hat trick, by the way?
Yeah, he first
Well,
off
I
hat
think
trick.
that one was going over the bar until it took a deflection.
Yeah.
I think he's only got two.
Aaron
Tammy,
Broom
yeah.
says, how do you think Lampard will do at Norwich? I think Lampard's out of the running for the Norwich job.
Rejected his job.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's not running.
Why is he not
that
bringing
still.
Smith Rowan?
But Lee, you said that was a great
Hey,
thing.
Bellingham, let's go.
That was a great thing for Alex Ferguson to get Keegan.
Yeah.
No, because Keegan was silly.
He
Why would you
It
listen?
puts all the pressure
No.
on Luca. He tried it with Wenger,
And it didn't work.
and it didn't work. So
He rebounded in his face.
So
So
you have to turn around and say,
Alex Ferguson for that then, you know.
Praise
Over
what?
the top.
Alex Ferguson for that.
Praise what?
Putting pressure on Wenger to win and then he won.
What? No. We put pressure on ourselves, so we don't care about Ferguson.
I don't know.
Ferguson used to talk so much.
He gave the
rubbish.
encouragement to Wenger. And Wenger won.
No. We took encouragement ourselves. And the funny thing is, what really wrong Manchester United? Because Manchester United will win everything. And then as soon as we come in with Patrick, who are these people? I never forget, and I quote, Teddy Sheringham, that disgrace. He said,
hey, you're right, Teddy.
in 97-98, he said that before we beat them 1-0, he said if Arsenal are going to win the league, they have to rip the crown from our necks. And that's exactly what we did.
Oh my God, Ty is funny. You gotta give it to Ty,
Please,
man.
never change, man.
Yeah, man. Big up Ty.
Never change.
It was a lot of talking, but where I would agree with Saeed, the only thing I would agree with Saeed, is, no, I'm not joking, is the fact that we would love to get back to that, but there's too many teams now. There's Chelsea, Liverpool. We will never get there.
Maybe
when
Arsenal
you
might
talk
be
about
better.
Alex Ferguson, I'd say one of the greatest things he done as a manager,
What, apart from cheating?
apart from cheating,
Apart from allegedly cheating.
Was-
We have to say alleged.
No, it's not
You have
allegedly.
to say alleged.
It's
Was he
actually
made- was he
proven.
made-
No, it's not allegedly. It's
He took
actually
Eric
proven
Cantona
that he
from
choked.
Leeds and turned him into this awesome footballer.
Who also stamped on John Ebro as well.
Sorry?
What do you mean so? He stamped on John Ebro. He actually walked on his ribs as well, didn't he?
He done a lot more than that.
What exactly?
Arsenal
He was-
players aren't saints, you know.
listen, he
Right,
was
you
a
know what?
wonder.
If we're
He
going to
was a-
go all the way back to past instances, can we talk about Ospina banging Oscar in the face like a good few
There you
years
go.
ago?
When was that against who?
Arsenal-Chelsea.
Okay,
Remember when
then,
you
yeah,
2-0?
Lewis, we can also talk about Costa.
Oh, there we go. He wanted it deflected.
Let's go.
Exactly.
Go on,
Let's
let's go.
deflected.
Let's talk about Abu Diaby then, booting John Terry in the head.
There we
What,
go.
you mean on purpose or accidentally?
Oh
You
my
tell me.
God.
Well, you know it was,
This is what I
you know
mean.
it was
When it's
accidental.
not the whole
But we can
time.
also talk
I
about
don't know,
Marcos
man.
Alonso
Oh
scoring the
my
goal
God.
when he elbowed
Can we have
Hector in the
a read?
face.
Can we have a
and
read?
He didn't
Yeah, no.
deliberately
Yeah,
elbow
yeah,
him.
yeah.
He did not.
Read that.
Oh my God.
I didn't even know. I didn't realise England were playing.
Yeah, no, by the way, there is an England game still going on. It's just barely
Talk
over.
about England
Can I
more,
just
please.
say,
Who
when
do
it's
you think
Arsenal-
will be England's three key players?
Yeah. When it's Arsenal,
Let's say
though,
for the 2022 World Cup. Oh, that one
that
kick's
is
taken
really
both of them
bad.
out.
Oh my gosh.
That's bad, isn't it? Man United and Chelsea getting in each other's way.
That's horrible.
Oh, I hope James is alright.
Well, let's hope Stones is alright as
I
well.
think he's
It's
out.
James that's looking
is
worse
in the
for wear.
Yeah, James is looking worse for wear.
I hate international breaks, man.
Listen, this
Absolutely
is what happens, innit?
despise them.
What are you saying, Saeed? Sorry.
No, I'm just saying, when it's Arsenal, it's
Yeah, go
cynical, innit? And when it's not, it's you know what I mean? But we're going to move on to...
It's
Who's
silly.
the
What do you mean
free
cynical? I
players?
don't understand. What do
I
you mean?
still think it's got to be Kane, Foden and Grealish for me. But I don't think Grealish is going to get a look in under this manager.
That's the thing, so I'm not too sure if it would be Grealish.
Yeah.
Kane, yeah.
I think
Foden, Kane, and...
No, not Kane, I
Possibly
think.
Declan Rice. Possibly.
Oh,
Declan Rice for me has to be in there.
Hasn't been missed
We
today,
need
though, has he?
engine.
He hasn't, but then
We're playing Albania, but I like Declan Rice.
I think he's a brilliant player. What do you mean, Saeed? Cynical?
might say
He's in
James.
trouble here. He's in trouble.
no.
Stretcher being called.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
this is
my
terrible.
days are so...
This is terrible, man.
Yeah.
Every international break
That's why
is
they,
one
that's why they pan the
injury.
camera on.
Oh,
It's
mate.
terrible. If he is injured, that's really sad.
We're not showing.
I hope
It's
he's
the,
all right. I really
I
do.
hope he's
They're
all right
not
as well.
showing.
He's been in such good form this
He has.
season.
Yeah.
He has.
Oh my God.
They've got two stretchers coming out.
He's in a bad
Oh
way, man.
gosh.
That's
Oh, no,
really
wait. I
bad.
think they're taking one back.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
that
God.
one's gone. Stones is on his feet anyway.
Let's hope he's all. Let's hope Reece is all right. What did you say
I
about
think it was
cynical
a,
side?
there was a boot. There was a
They're
boot.
trying to, I think they're just trying to sit him up there. I don't know what happened.
It was a
Like
boot.
Trying to sit him up there.
But even for work outside Lee, I can't believe you said that what Ferguson done to Keegan was great. That's the most
was more than
disgraceful
Oh,
thing
thank God
I've
it's
ever
okay.
seen.
I'm not saying great,
in
it was a
football.
great bit of.
No, it was not.
It was mind
It's because-
games, wasn't it? It
No,
was
it was
great
not.
mind games.
No,
It's
it
a-
wasn't. It was Keegan was too silly not to see what that cheat was doing. That's what it was. That's what it was.
So great mind games.
No,
wasn't
it wasn't great because Keegan fell for it. All Keegan needs to worry is that Newcastle at that time were 12 points cleared. All he
Yeah,
needed
so
to
he
think
needed
about.
to do something, didn't he? He needed
job,
to do
Reece.
something.
Oh, he's all right.
He
He's all right.
needed to do something, didn't he? He needed to do
but
something.
Keegan didn't have to listen to that though.
Well, whose fault's that?
No.
Big up C1 in the
He has to
comment
keep
section.
walking.
Come on.
Well, the thing about that is also.
They might have to take him off now, though.
I think James wants to keep playing, but it depends on their assessment. Like, they'll make the decision.
Oh,
He
well,
for
should
they're
him.
giving
come
him
off
now,
now.
they're gonna
He
give
should
him
come
some-
off now. He should come off now.
They give him something to sniff there. I don't know if you've seen that then.
Game's
Rubbing salts.
Game's finished.
He
innit?
should come off.
What is it called?
Proper Chelsea.
I'd take him off.
Yeah.
I'd take him off too, to be
Good
honest.
attendance,
There's no
England.
point risking
He's
this.
like-
and also, sorry, Lee. Also, you say that now. How's word does that speak of Ferguson that you've got to resort to that rubbish because your team are so low to try and unsettle other teams instead of your own ability? That gives more disgrace on Ferguson because if you've got the ability now, you don't have to do that.
They still had to make those points.
They still had to
which
cheat.
They did,
They still had to
Tom,
cheat.
we have to talk about
and
England
get away
now.
with it.
Come on.
You have to talk about what?
England game.
See,
on,
Saeed getting
man.
fed up because he knows it's the truth.
No, it's not the truth.
It is the truth.
But the chat
It is the truth.
The chat have spoken and they're saying Ty's got too much hate for United, so let's move on.
I don't have hate for anybody.
Who's come on?
But
Grealish has
dislike-
come on then.
Grealish, Tammy, and
Jude
Bellingham.
Bellingham.
Grealish, Bellingham, Tammy.
So that's it. There's no more subs, is there?
No, it's 5 subs in it.
They're very dirty though.
there 5
these
subs or
Albanians,
four?
I
in
don't
terms of
know
how
in
they play.
international football. Is it 5 subs international?
Possibly.
They'll let us know in the comment section.
Yeah.
All right.
Go on, Grealish.
But then, yeah, Lewis, so Lewis, you were smiling when I said about Costa.
Yeah, Diego. Well, I know what Diego Costa's game is. He's a shithouse. That's cool.
And a
But
cheat.
the Marcus Alonso one, nah, that wasn't
I
deliberate.
know, but he
Marcus Alonso
elbowed
against
He's talking about the
Oh,
elbow
James.
against
and
Bellerin.
he was
lucky
allowed to
ball.
score the goal.
The
Remember?
elbow against Bellerin when he
Remember?
scored.
And they gave the goal. Even
Oh,
though,
yeah, that was a foul.
Even on the next game now, when Alonso got elbowed, they gave a free kick. How silly is that?
Yeah,
that doesn't
that-
make any sense.
That was a foul. That
No,
one
because the
on-
way I looked
He
at it,
was a
Alonso
foul.
was jumping up into the air
Yeah.
to reach the ball, and Bellerin's shorter than him, so he's obviously not going to be
Yeah,
able
but
to
you've
beat him to a
elbowed him,
header.
though. You've elbowed him. That's a foul.
He hasn't deliberately elbowed
doesn't
him.
No,
it's still a
I
foul.
don't think delivery, Dan, but it was
It's
a
still
foul.
a foul. It's unbelievable.
I don't know, maybe the rules have changed since then, but back then I wasn't calling that as a foul. I thought it was a
But you would call it for
50-50
foul if it's the
challenge.
other way, wouldn't you?
No, man. No, why would I do that? No,
Look at Lewis laughing. The fact that you're laughing says
I'm not
everything I need
laughing,
to
I'm
know.
smiling. I'm enjoying
You're
the game of
smiling,
football.
exactly. The
I'm
fact that
enjoying
he's
the game
smiling
of football. I'm enjoying the
says
stream of my
everything I need
guys.
to know.
That's all, man.
But what I would say is that I don't have any hate for any team, but I have a dislike for Manchester United for what they cheated and they
ruined
got away
you.
with. I have to. And I
Yeah,
know.
have you're not like Man United.
Big up Nims. Big up
like
Box as well,
Brighton.
saying how is UCFB,
No,
Lewis? How
Brighton's
many
alright.
years
It's
you
just
do?
Brighton.
There's another
It's
team.
a- no,
Yeah.
we had
3 years.
Stoke,
I'm
I don't
left
like
now,
Stoke.
though, by the way.
Stoke,
Yeah,
I don't-
UCFB's a great university, though. I highly recommend it to
Stoke, I
anyone
don't
else.
like, no. Brighton, I like Brighton apart from Mope.
All right, okay.
Brighton's no problem. Stoke, I don't like, no.
Man United, what about, who do you hate the most? Man United or
I don't hate
Spurs?
anybody. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anybody. I don't
It feels
hate
like it,
Tottenham.
though.
I tell you what I hate, like you said, I hate the violence. That's what I really hate. And I think it's disgusting. You touched on it before about there's a lot of trouble at those games. And I think the powers that be it the Premier League, the FA, UEFA, FIFA, need to do more about that. Because as you know, when we play them,
Second
there's
half's
a,
been boring, isn't it?
there's a, there,
We haven't even noticed it.
There is a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
And it's
But
disgusting.
you expect them to slow the game down. It's 5-0
Yeah.
up. They ain't going to waste energy on this.
But then, sorry, so you must have dislike for us though.
Sorry, I don't, you know.
Don't
I
say,
enjoy
don't
the
say,
rivalry.
Don't say that.
I enjoy
Don't
the
say
rivalry.
that. For you to say that we had 12 draws shows that you've got dislike. But don't even try it. It's like,
You
do
literally
not
have-
even try it. Do not even try it. But it's not a bad thing, is it? Because it
You
was
love to
rivalry.
focus on that, don't you?
I'll ask you a question then, because I know what my answer is. James can jump in on this one as well.
Yeah, big up
Clever
James, man.
No,
Man United are playing Spurs.
but hold
Who
on,
do you want to win?
before you start, please put respect on James's name and put Clever first. He's Clever James, not just James. He's Clever James.
Clever James first. Right.
Thank you,
Okay,
thank
sorry
you.
about that.
Put respect
Sorry
on his
about
name.
that, Clever. Sorry about that,
He
Clever.
is clever.
Man United are playing Spurs. Who do you want to win?
As much as he dislikes me to say.
United, James?
It-
Yeah,
it's
same
got to-
as me, Man
it's-
United.
it's
Yeah,
got to-
I want Man
it's
United
got-
to win 2 games a season.
It's got to be top Manchester United.
Well done, Ty. You finally seen sense.
In fact, when they beat
United are the best.
when they beat Tottenham 3-0, I was happy.
So there you go. And it's the same with Chelsea. I want Chelsea to win 2 games a season. You know what I mean?
Against
Like,
Tottenham,
that song.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't
I
lie,
suppose-
when
I
it comes
suppose-
to
I
North
suppose so.
London derby, I just stay out of it.
What, the North London derby?
Stay
No,
out of it.
no, you ain't staying out of it. Let's have this like. Who do you prefer to win out of Arsenal and Spurs?
It's probably
I'd
us, innit, 'cause they
rather a
don't-
draw, to be honest.
So you don't want to choose?
I couldn't pick.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just enjoy whoever loses, innit? Other than that,
Well,
I
you dislike us both that much?
Chelsea don't really
can't
have
lie,
rivals,
it's like
do they?
that.
Yours is
Arsenal,
solid.
Spurs, Manchester United, I just put them all
If
in the same
Arsenal playing
category.
Spurs now, you'd want Spurs to win because you see that's more of a threat.
As a threat, that's a good point.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh, go.
Back in again. Oh.
Why did Abraham put him head in there?
Tammy's aerial ability is terrible.
Go up.
I love Tammy, but I've never seen a 6'5" guy be so bad in the air. James, I think we were speaking about this before over the summer.
Why have you've got 80 million there, release clause, innit? Or buyback clause.
Yeah, but it's only active for, I think, 2 seasons. Or I think it becomes active in 2 seasons.
Outreach is okay.
But I don't think we cashed in on that anyway.
Talking about, you know, I mean, I know, we're actually about
James?
Arsenal, but they're saying that Arsenal got 70 million to spend on a striker.
I don't believe that. Well, we don't, but
Yeah, you
but
guys
I
are in
do
for that
people-
Vlahovic guy, ain't you?
Allegedly, but I don't believe all that because they seem to know every single thing about. They seem to have every single bit of information from the dressing room. How is that possible? I don't believe it. I don't
Ryan
trust them.
says Reece James is better than Trent. I can't lie. That's a
don't know if
Liverpool fan saying that as well.
Well,
so
I
much
don't
appreciated.
know if that's specifically
Fair
true.
play.
I think they're both fantastic footballers on and off the pitch, but I don't know.
I think Reece is more well-rounded. Like, Trent has got a lot better defensively. I'm not going to sit here and say he's poor defensively now, but
Yeah.
I think Reece James offers you a much better balance of the two.
Yeah, but you'd say that.
I
Lewis
prefer
has somebody that.
Tomiyasu.
And I also think he's
Sorry,
also think he's way more
That's
technically.
good, you know. I like him, man.
Yes.
He is good.
I like old Tomiyasu.
He's
No,
good,
very
man.
good.
Oh, he's good.
He's very good.
Good for defender.
You know, you've had Bellerin over the years. He's not been great last few years, but Tomiyasu, tell you what.
Well-
How much you get it for? 22 million?
Something like that.
About 18, I think.
It's been all right.
It's 18.
Yeah, 18, yeah. Clever Jones has spoken.
And you think like, you look at
He's laughing in the background, but I'm
Man
saying that's
United
the only
spent
way to describe it.
50 million on
50.
Varane.
50 on Bissaka.
Yeah.
I think Wan-Bissaka's good though.
Wan-Bissaka.
Because
I
he
do
played
think he's
every
good.
week. So
But
I'm
that's 50
unsure
million,
about
you know what I mean?
Saka.
It's
I like it, I like him.
Arsenal have done some good business with some
Yeah, that means you win the league this year, innit?
Tavares. How much was he?
no,
How much was he?
we win it
Clever?
after you. We win it after you because you win it
How
this
much was
season.
he?
You can win it after
10.
us, guys. Relax.
8.
it's fine.
Tavares was 8
No, they're going to win it first.
Let me
week,
ask you a
don't worry.
question, guys. When do you think... Hey, Smithy, yo.
He got in the next. No.
James.
That's how Reece is okay.
Rest up, Reece.
For those
San
behind the
Marino
camera,
don't matter. Just come back to Cobham.
Smith
It's
Rowe's
fine.
about to come on.
Emil.
They're celebrating more than a goal.
No, we're celebrating James coming off fit.
Oh, James, okay.
Big up, Reece. Emil Anderson says you should all name 3 players you like from other teams. So Saeed named 3 Chelsea and 3 Arsenal players you like.
Okay.
Ty named 3 Chelsea and 3 United, and so on. So Saeed will start with
I
you.
want
on
me
that.
I want me to
Okay.
mention Manchester United. No, I'll try.
Chelsea players.
Yeah, so you two got Chelsea and United players.
Okay. So then
So we start first.
Yeah. 3 Chelsea.
I take Reece James, right back.
oh gosh, that's who I was going to pick.
I take Kante. Because we always we need that kind of midfielder in there.
No, but is it like as in all want?
Let's say once. 3 Chelsea,
Okay,
3 Chelsea,
okay,
and 3 Chelsea and United players you
Okay.
take in your squad.
Okay.
And then I would take.
I don't like any Chelsea players.
You know what?
I like Reece.
Yeah. And then I would probably
And
take
Callum, actually. I like Callum.
I'll take Lukaku.
Lukaku. You take him? No, we've had him.
I like Lukaku.
We've tried to test him with that.
Always
But,
liked Lukaku.
but you've had him.
You tried to ruin him.
Well,
I knew this was coming.
I'm struggling to think about the third one because I'm thinking.
I'll tell you,
Chelsea.
I like the Brazilian Thiago Silva. I like him.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, he's a good player.
I'd take him.
You take him at
No,
his
I
age.
wouldn't take any of them. I'm just saying the players that I like. and I'll tell you
Being
what,
at his age,
I
you
can't
don't have
even
one
consider
game a
that. I
week.
think
He play all season.
I think
he's
he's a
only
very
got about a
underrated
couple of years
player
left, hasn't he?
at Chelsea.
He's still one of the best in the world
What's his
right
name?
now.
Kovacic, you mean?
Kovacic.
Kovacic, yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
I
maybe
think
that's the
he's
one I'd take. Yeah, the third one.
underrated. I really like him as a midfield player myself in my day. I like watching him play football.
Yeah.
He's very aesthetically pleasing. I'll give him that.
Takes the ball in dangerous areas, like off the back 4, doesn't panic. Very underrated.
Very impressive.
Go on.
For me, I'd go Smith Rowe's on a run here. That should
It's
be a
ball
foul.
footed, isn't it?
Yeah, for me, I'd take out of Man United and Arsenal. I'd take Pogba first and foremost. He'd
Yeah.
complete our midfield.
Best midfield in the world. Yeah.
He's an enigma, though, isn't he?
Hey.
And he's
He's an enigma at Manchester United.
I
Yeah.
think he's a
Listen, it's
fantastic
quality, innit?
footballer.
He's an
Divides
enigma at
opinion,
Manchester United.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Not at France. Not at Juventus.
Oh,
Out of
At
United
Manchester
and
He's still a
Arsenal,
player,
this
isn't
is
he?
a tough one. Because I can't. There's
Come on, you got loads to choose from. You got Ronaldo.
I
up
know,
front.
but it's like I'm trying to. Who would I put in my team? I don't know because I like my team too much.
Sancho. You need wingers. You don't have wingers, do you?
I'm
You
gonna
know
say,
what? Could do creativity,
Oh
so
my
yeah, I would
God.
take
I ain't
Sancho.
even saying that. Like, there's only a couple of Man United
And
players.
Saka. Yeah, I'll take Saka, Sancho, and Pogba, and I'd be
That's
happy.
interesting. Right, from Chelsea, who would I? He'd have to be Kante.
Yeah.
And put him alongside Thomas, or that would be an unbelievable midfield.
Yeah.
Who else is there in the Chelsea team?
You
I
guys.
was going to say Mendy, but Aaron's doing all right at the moment. So
Do you like Bruno Fernandes?
Yeah, yeah, you take him.
possibly.
I can't stand him.
Why?
he's like a little rat, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he fits in well at Man.
Yeah, he fits well in at Man United.
Exactly.
I don't like him as a player. He's a very good player.
Rashford. You want to take
I take
Rashford?
Rashford. I like Rashford.
Greenwood.
I like Rashford.
We've got so much talent, and bloody hell, mate. What are we?
Out of all the players I do too, I like Rashford.
And Marcus is brilliant.
I'm going to say it now. I like
trying to think of
Ronaldo.
Kante.
Ronaldo, yeah.
And I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this now. I like Cavani as well.
Cavani,
Not to
yeah.
take. I just think that his attitude as a footballer.
Footballer, yeah.
You know, he works
He's a
hard.
he's
you
a
know, you
work
can
hard,
see he's been-
honestly.
You can see he's been a top player in his day.
He's a
you know
fan's
what I mean?
favourite, Cavani.
I'm trying to think of. So Kante.
Difficult with Chelsea, isn't it?
It is, but
The thing with Chelsea is they've not got stellar names, but they work as a team.
Yeah, great team.
That's what I'm saying, and that's maybe the difference why
No,
they're in the top of the league.
Christensen, I'm disappointed.
Christensen's done really well.
Like, would you necessarily take
possibly Callum. Callum,
Hudson-Odoi.
because he's not getting no game time, and I think he'd be brilliant.
But we've got better wingers though, so it's like.
But as a winger, he'd be
do you know
wicked.
what?
Get goals and assists quicker than Sancho.
I went to Dublin for a friendly, Chelsea versus Arsenal.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah.
You lost that game, didn't
And
you?
he was.
No, we
No,
won.
we lost it.
Listen,
Penalties.
But he was
Penalties,
sensational.
Who, Callum?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a wicked player.
And I thought, my God, he's never gone on to the heights
Well,
of that.
he's been
I know
injured,
it's
hasn't
only
he?
friendly.
It's that
I
ACL
thought,
injury.
my
He's
God.
been injured
Yeah,
that season.
he was unbelievable.
Yeah, he was very key to us going through in the
No
Europa
one said
League as
Mason
well.
Mount.
He's a
Yeah,
good
that's
player,
a
but
surprising one to be fair.
He's a good player, but I'm just thinking.
we've got
He's
Bruno.
likeable, isn't he? He's likeable.
We've got players there.
We've got players there.
I'll tell you a player I'd take from Chelsea.
Who?
Who?
The one that plays for Crystal Palace now.
Conor
Gallagher,
Gallagher.
yeah.
I'll
Yes.
take him now and I'll have
What
him
a
in our
player.
midfield. I think he's
We need to
quality.
figure out what we're doing with him at
Yeah,
the end
sell
of the
him to us.
season.
Yeah.
He's not going on loan again. I know that. He's either getting
How many
sold
more
or
years he got left of a contract?
not too sure, to be honest. I can have a look.
Yeah, have a look like if he's on a year's contract left, we'll have him. James, put a word in, clever.
I don't think it's a year or two or anything
James.
like that because we would already know.
You know when they say
I'll take Pulisic from Chelsea. I know he's not massive player.
He's another one. He's
I
another one.
think he's a bit of a
Pulisic,
half-hearted
yes.
player.
Yeah, what's
If
happened
he's
to
fit.
him? He never.
If he's
He
fit.
never
Chelsea
he got
effect
injured
though.
as well.
Ziyech, Pulisic. It's a Chelsea
I
effect.
got slated a little bit because
He's got another 4 years left.
So he's not good.
He's until
got slight-
2025.
He's not going anywhere.
I got slated a little bit when I cheered that injury in the cup final.
I don't know if it
will
was cheering-
state this.
yeah, but it wasn't
I didn't-
cheering
I
injury.
wasn't cheering for the
It was a
injury.
hamstring, wasn't it though?
Yeah, I
was
wasn't
cheering the fact that-
he was destroying us at the
Yeah,
side.
exactly.
You
Yeah,
know what I
he
mean?
gave you a bit of relief. I understand
it was
that.
more of a relief that he weren't fit
Yeah,
to
no-
carry on.
no-
because
no-
he was causing us all sorts
He
of
was.
problems.
No one should ever cheer an injury.
And it was only an hamstring injury, so it wasn't a serious injury. But it was the
that's
fact
what I
is that
mean.
he couldn't continue.
Yeah.
So
we were-
and I'm
we
being
were quite
honest, since that
fortunate.
injury, he's never been the same, has he?
He hasn't.
I'll be real, he's always that Christian Pulisic that we saw on Project
think
Restart.
he's
We've
very
only
talented.
seen glimpses of.
He's very
he's,
talented.
he's very talented, but his problem is he always gets muscular injuries. I think he's had more
Yeah.
injuries than he's had birthdays. Like he's really been that deep. And when he comes back, he needs like about 4 or 5 games to get back into the swing of things.
But
and
will
to
he
have
have that
confidence
time
in
to
his
get
body.
injured
so-
again?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a
And where will he
revolving
fit?
circle.
Do you guys play a 3-4-3, isn't it?
3-4-3 can be 3-4-1-2. It's just the same 3-4.
So it can work, but I just don't think Tuchel's got the time to bed someone in now.
We need someone like Pulisic in the squad, to be honest. We need someone who's direct, who can try and maze their way through players, especially when it's a low block that
But
we're
his
dealing
career,
with.
though, for his whole career has been inconsistent.
Tuchel
inconsistent.
prefers him as a super sub, and it's because he's had him at Dortmund and he's seen the same problems, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
another reason why he doesn't get as much game time, because Tuchel
Yeah.
just won't give him that level of game time. He
Yeah.
doesn't trust him to stay fit.
Yeah.
The trouble is, he can't wait around. You can't afford to wait for a player, can you?
You can't. No, you can't.
You know,
You can't.
I always felt that a little bit with Aaron Ramsey. I know it sounds silly, like I thought he was a wonderful player, but he got injured. It took 2 or 3 games to get back. Then he got back to his bet, and you think, wow, we've got to play. And then he got injured.
Injured again. Yeah.
So then it would take another
Tammy.
2 or 3 games.
Smith Rowe, that's a good
Yeah.
space.
Go on, Grealish. This game, talk about taking the foot off the gas. This has literally been it. Oh, I had this game at Thingy. What game did I go to? Was it Andorra? It was like that, literally. I think it was
Oh, you
5
took
or
the
6
deflection?
0. They just took the foot off the gas second half.
Of course I could do that. Three players from Manchester United. Yeah, one would be definitely.
You got
Pogba.
loads to choose from, man.
Pogba, Ronaldo.
I think Donny would
I don't
suit
know.
you. Donny would suit Arsenal.
I don't like
know.
Pogba. I don't like his attitude. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
come on now. You know
No,
what I mean?
no, I
Because
think
that
he's
Manchester
I don't
United,
like
but
the argument, though.
You've seen what he's done.
Come
and
on,
what's
Lee,
capable.
better than that. You know what I mean?
He's a good player, but he's never. He struts around.
He doesn't- to me, he doesn't matter.
He's
To
going to
me.
go
But
for
the thing is,
nothing.
he
He's going
doesn't
to cost
know-
you 90 million like
That
that.
doesn't
I
matter.
watch him week in, week out. He doesn't strut around.
But that's what I mean. I think.
Maybe he might say
listen,
inconsistent.
I see what I see.
I would never ever defend a Manchester United player, but to me, Pogba gets all the wrong negative press. And when he does something good
Ryan,
now,
I've just seen the amount of likes you got. It's all mad. Yeah, I've seen that, bro.
when he does something good now, he never gets rated. So I don't believe it.
I thought,
I
do
don't
you remember
believe
when he
it.
played against Man? I think it was Man City last year. He scored a couple of goals and he was brilliant. I think he's got all the attributes to be a really good player.
But
I'm glad Don Robbie's not here for this because he's got the biggest agenda with Pogba.
I know he's got agenda. Pogba to me is one of the biggest scapegoats in Manchester United.
Absolutely.
Everything is wrong. It's all Pogba's fault.
Have you not had that player though, Lee? Back in the day, you know, that one player that maybe Arsenal haven't got the best out of, but Pogba, you can't really blame Pogba. United just haven't got the best out of him.
No, I'm not blaming.
Have you had that player?
I think that, so I'm telling you, as a midfield player, he's got everything in it. He's got power, he's got pace, he's got skill and all that. But he gets some games go over him when he should be dominating every single.
Yeah, but that
the thing is, let me ask you a question.
Really, it never happened with Yaya Toure and Patrick Vieira. That is the level I think Pogba's at. I think as ability-wise,
look at Yaya Toure, what the team he was in though. It's only now, just recently, Pogba's getting his team.
I think he could, with that ability and that power and everything, he should be the one dragging.
He should be, but I have to say, I can't believe I'm agreeing with Saeed again. I don't think Manchester United have got the best out of him. Because what he's done for France, you don't become a bad player overnight.
No, that's what I'm saying. So whose fault is it?
I think it's a mixture. I still, again, won't come here and say Pogba, you know what I mean, there has been some time where I think Pogba should do better, but ultimately, if you look at the first season, he was playing with Michael Carrick. You know what I mean? We didn't find a plan for him. You know, Marouane Fellaini. So
Fellaini, my gosh.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if Arsenal signed Pogba on a free transfer, I thought, oh yeah, great, you know what I mean, because he's a great player, you know what I mean. I just don't think he's done the business for Man United for the. Listen.
But you look at Pepe. You know how much did you buy Pepe for? 72 million.
Yeah, that's another one. That's what I'm saying.
3-4 years now he's been here.
Pepe, so
we
much
haven't
talent.
got the best out of him. So much talent.
Exactly.
Talent.
But have you got the best out of him?
No, we haven't.
But there we go then. That's what I'm saying.
We've seen glimpses.
Hey?
I blame Pepe.
Yeah, but Pepe also, but playing the club as well.
We haven't got the best out of him, so it's not his fault.
The ability that man's got,
he should
not be on the bench at Arsenal.
Absolutely, and that's down to what.
And the ability that Pogba shouldn't be on the bench for Man United.
That's true.
If you have a proper director of football, he would say to Arteta, we've bought it for 72 million. Why is he not in the side or in within the side?
Make him better.
Make him better. That's what you do, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? So for me, it's honestly, and you look at Odegaard now, you're thinking, how's he not in the team? But credit to Smith Rowe, he's got the best of him. But also, you're thinking, Odegaard, hold on a minute, we bought this guy for 30 odd million.
Yeah, but he's just. I think it's very early to make a judgment on him yet.
Yeah, I'm just saying in the long run, though, when it doesn't work out.
In the long run, he'll be in the team.
I think he'll be in the team because
in the long run.
Well, if Smith Rowe carries on.
It's
early,
and it's early. It's competence replaces.
Long term, who would you have? Odegaard in the 10 or Smith Rowe in the 10?
Possibly, I'd have Emil, but you can rotate
a little bit.
Exactly. You can interchange and rotate because remember,
I think Odegaard will play that, and I think Smith Rowe's where he is now, more of a little wide.
And you know what it is? It's the modern day problems, isn't it? I think a lot of fans they like to single out and just compare. You know, you got a squad. Oh. Go on then.
This is a goal.
Oh. You know, when you got options.
Comment section saying Jorginho's just skied a penalty for Italy. Well, I didn't see it, so it didn't happen.
Scored or
he skied it?
No, skied it.
So but Lewis, that's what they say. Don't trust people in the chat.
Nah, there's
a lot of liars in the chat.
I've seen a clip of it. I've seen a clip of it. It's a bit.
Oh, it is. But then.
How Italy getting on? Clever.
Not great in the group. 4 wins and 3 draws, I think.
But I'm sure they'll still qualify.
There's a couple of points in it.
Knowing Italy, the funny thing is, Clever James, you're also very quiet. I remember you being very quiet about Italy's chances. Can they win? And they won it. If I remember quite well. And I remember you talking very candidly, saying, Italy maybe, and they won it. So that to me means nothing.
Why is it lagging?
That means nothing. But then, what I would say with Martin and Emil is that. Remember, we're not in Europe. When we're in Europe, it's going to be more players used, isn't it? Remember, we're not in Europe. So, we're only playing league games and cup games. When we get if we get into Europe next season, things will change.
Yeah, of course.
That's what it is.
Oh, beautiful Bellingham, man. I love Bellingham, man.
Yeah, he's going to be a good player.
Give me a second when this comes through, I'll show you.
But like I said, I have to say, Saeed, I agree.
Oh, go on.
I have to say, Pogba is the biggest scapegoat. For anything Manchester United do wrong, Pogba gets the blame. I'm sorry, that's what I think.
Oh. Maybe there is a reason why Harry Kane's up front for England.
But then having said that, sorry, I don't do this often, but I'm gonna get on Pogba's side, hoping that he will leave Manchester United. But anyway.
Well, he will do for his own good.
I'm going to get on Pogba's side of the fact. Did you see the one when that disgraced Graham Souness tried to slag him off and said that bring out your medals, and Pogba won more than Souness?
Yeah,
Did you see that? That was the greatest shame egg on Graham Souness' face. That was brilliant. Did you see that?
Big up time, man. I respect that, man.
Yeah, no, I see that.
He's got more chance of winning the World Cup with France than he has Scotland.
No, but then the question is, Lee, if you are Graham Souness, how dare you say get your medals out and Pogba's won more than you? Shame on your arrogant face.
Has he really?
Yes, he has, because they showed the medals and Pogba's won more.
You should go to the camera and say disgrace to Souness.
Yeah, I should actually.
Well, Souness has won a lot. Has won a lot.
Yes, but he has not won more than disgrace. And what is it? Disgrace. Shame on your face, Souness. You're a disgrace. You're a disgrace.
That one as well. You got that one, Ty. You got that one as well.
Disgrace. Shame on your face, Souness.
You know what, man? I love time, man.
No, do you know what he said to us? He tried to call us a joke.
Graham Souness was a fantastic player in his
I can't
day.
wait for the next overlap.
Do you hear
man.
what?
Same. You know they're doing it in Manchester.
Yeah, no, you got
it sold out. They would have let me in anyway.
Why wouldn't they let you in, Saeed?
Listen, if I see Gary Neville, then we're having it. We're having it, man. I'm telling you.
That's what they want. They want
me
that.
and Gary Neville are having it.
They want that. They want that.
Said.
They want that. They want you to say what you think.
Yeah.
Why is that? You're not happy with him?
No, I'm not happy with him because for me the ambition. Finish, game's over.
England 5, Albania 0. Game might as well have ended at half time, but we move.
It was half time. It was 5-0, wasn't it?
Yeah, half time 5-0. England have just managed this game through the second half.
So Kane's going back to Tottenham and doing nothing.
No, I still got one more game, San Marino.
Okay, then. So after that, he'll go back to Tottenham and do nothing.
Progression for England as group winners is basically all but guaranteed.
Someone's trying to get on a pitch there, look.
Oh my gosh.
Where's that?
Oh, there's always one of them.
I was always one Albanian fan.
But this is really worrying, you know.
They didn't get
Probably
anywhere.
never going to come back.
No, but the thing is, it's worrying about how easy they can get on the pitch. That's got to be a worry.
No, but it always happens. They always find a way onto the pitch. It's about how quickly they can get intercepted. It ain't nothing though, but yeah, England get another 3 points on the road to World Cup qualification. I think a win against San Marino in their next match should guarantee qualification, but this game was as predictable as we thought it would be. I think for the most part, we just thought it was going to be a more lethargic performance, but England just smoked them in the first half.
Listen, England become about club football watch-along where we just debate and talk about the history of United and Arsenal.
This has just been a vibe.
And how United are still rattling Ty's head.
Rattling whose head? Not rattling mine. The Invincibles winning the League of Trafford.
The treble
nobody's
is the
rattled here.
best
The Invincibles winning the League of Trafford. Nobody's rattled here.
We've been fortunate, really, because that was a boring game, because it was two on one side. But we've had a good
this has been a great 2 hours.
I want to debate with you why, for me, the 99 is better than the treble. But we'll do it another time. Maybe we could do it another time. Is that all right?
That's fine.
United v Arsenal is in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Link up easy.
8:15 on a Thursday night.
Yes. You going to that one?
Yeah, we'll be there. You know, Ty, you do there?
Of course I'll be there.
Well, there you go.
I can't wait.
I'll see you. Well, we beat you. We'll see
I can't wait. Well, when you lose to us, I can't wait.
Right, but back into the game. Let's easy question. We'll start. Who's everyone's man of the match coming out of this game? I think obvious choice for me. Like I think everyone's going to say Harry Kane for the hat trick. I do want to give Reece James a shout though because he's absolutely terrorised.
Yeah, very good game today.
Well, let's hope.
I thought Henderson played well as well.
Well, listen.
Henderson was good. Foden had good phases. Harry Kane obviously with the hat trick.
Harry Kane's man of the match hat trick. You can't, and the third goal well.
Yeah.
Great finish.
Second
one as well.
Second one, he actually scored 2 good goals tonight. Yeah. But it was Albania Spurs fans.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me go for a few more the super chats for you.
And City fans are going, I've just put 2 million back on his trust. He's up to 35 million now.
Head and shoulders above, so probably get to Harry Kane, me. But again, with that kickstart his season now, you know.
I hope not. Let's hope not.
Original base, Annie said Thai thoughts on Henri cheating a British team.
Well,
I think he
there you
means
go. He
Ireland.
won't comment on that though. Will you comment on that, Ty?
All I would say was Alex
You
Ferguson.
cheat!
Was Alex Ferguson a
It's
cheat?
nothing to do with Alex Ferguson.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
The
I'm going to
master
say.
of deflection.
Was Ferguson
You
a
should
What
be a
you got to say?
politician.
Well, he's done
Ty,
it for France.
you know what? I've got a new career
Was
for you.
Ferguson a cheat?
He
I'm
done
asking
it
you a
for
question,
France
yeah.
and Arsenal.
You should be a politician. Because he's
Was
just asking
Ferguson
you,
a cheat?
was Henri a cheat?
Was Ferguson a cheat?
Was your greatest ever striker a cheat?
Was your greatest ever manager a
Was
cheat?
your greatest ever
Was your
striker?
greatest ever manager a cheat?
The chat asked you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If
Who was that
Ferguson,
person? What did he say?
He said Thai thoughts on Henri cheating a British team.
all I'm saying
And he won't answer.
was Ferguson a cheat.
Ty.
And if the answer is yes,
Ty the
then
politician.
he cheated. If Ferguson's a cheat,
Ty
then
the
Thierry
politician.
cheated. That's my answer.
Ty the politician.
So you would say Thierry's a
I
cheat?
don't blame Henri for
Of
that.
course he cheated,
Blame
just
the
like
ref.
Ferguson did.
Okay, cool.
Come on, Lee.
But that's all we needed.
That's
So
what
Henri
you should-
cheated. That's cool.
There was no VAR though. There was no VAR.
Linesman and the ref should have seen that, shouldn't they?
What, you mean handball?
Yeah.
Just what did you say about Maradona? What about
I thought
Maradona?
he was going
rest his soul.
to give a
Henri
try
cheated.
the way he came around it across the
Henri
line.
cheated, but it's okay.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying.
Henri
He
cheated.
didn't, don't put words in
was
his
it
mouth.
okay?
He didn't say it was okay. He didn't
Thank
say it
you.
was okay.
Was it okay when Alex Ferguson cheated?
Listen, that's
Okay
debatable.
then. Well then, what do you mean?
That's debatable.
It was okay. If it was okay when
Was it
Ferguson cheated,
debatable?
it's
Is it
okay when
debatable,
Thierry
though?
cheated, all right?
Is it debatable, yes
Because
or
when
no?
you know we're cheating, you were
Well,
laughing.
this is clear and obvious. Is Alex Ferguson clear and obvious?
Of course it is. And if anybody wants, by the way, I've got
It's an
loads
assumption.
of evidence. I've got loads of evidence.
It's
to
an
show
assumption.
Right, well, I
Ferguson
can't
cheated.
lie, guys. We're
back
going to
on-
keep
we're
this
gonna
going
assume-
for
We're back on
ages.
Monday. We're back on
Exactly.
Monday.
We'll be back on Monday for yet another England watch along. England versus San Marino.
Yes.
Are England's going to get 3 points close to qualification? Probably. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Take care, like and subscribe. I hope you guys have enjoyed the watch
Thank
along.
you.
It has been
Peace.
a really
Thanks,
chill
everyone.
last 2
United.
hours.
Thank-
Smash the like and subscribe
Arsenal.
button. And as
United.
always, peace.
Arsenal, thanks to Clever James. Peace.